chance to fight back.
Yeah, well, you're still okay. You know what? Maybe in the River Kingdoms, that in particular
Please.
set of things might
Please.
actually
Don't
be
start it yet.
okay. I've already started it. Yes, we are
Oh,
live.
I wanted to read something.
I
Says ever wonder, or ever wonder what it would be like to have a menage a trois with a goat or a cow? Well, it's exactly this. You get an incredibly coating lactic enchantment of the cow and the earthy, funky tingle of the goat. It's like losing your virginity on a barn floor with to a plaid-clad man named Duke, whose big hands are so soft for a laborer, paired with a Zinfandel or any light red.
I have no idea what any of that meant.
oh my god, you couldn't have waited a minute. Ah,
What's a menagerie?
I okay okay. Listen to me. I don't think anybody realized what happened, so let's just move on before we get too deep into the shit that we're gonna have to shovel off of this video. Hello everyone, it's me, your host, and once again GM, the Leviathan Devil, aka Matt. Following me today, we have a trusty but noble few. We've got MemeName here, once again, the maple syrup expert of the group.
For an hour.
Yeah, for an hour. We've got the newlywed, Gavilon, aka Keat.
Hey,
Son, let
congrats.
me tell you about the cows and the goats.
No. We have a disturbing fact expert, Caterpillar.
Huh? Oh, hi.
I love that response. Huh? Oh, hi. And finally, we've got the master of deception, Doth, aka King.
Not what you're talking about.
Yep. Deception's going strong. And today, Lightsbane will be gone for a bit. So I
Just
had
spend time with my family. Ooh, family. Wow, you can't even think your friends you see every fucking week, you jackal. You mother Hubbard.
uh,
Crap.
Well, friends is a inaccurate word.
I'm gonna murder his character when he comes back.
Yeah.
you can certainly try and kill Kelgar. I don't think that'll go well.
Where's
No.
Farmer Bob? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I'm gonna talk with him about because Farmer Bob's supposed to come in later, and he's got pissed at us. Well, quite simply put, I was trying to play along with the Jones thing, but it was gonna happen eventually. So, long story short, he got a little pissed about the Jones thing and brought in a character he was gonna play later. And, well, that's the story of Farmer Bob being in this campaign when he was supposed to be in the next one that happens canonically. So, yay, timeline mismanagement.
No,
The story of this campaign.
maybe he's a rad-ass character.
What?
Nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to him about writing out his character, actually, because, like, we have Kelgar. They're basically the same character.
Maybe.
They're the dumb short fighter.
Feels like looking in a mirror, doesn't it?
Well, except for the fact that I am absurdly tall and quite intelligent.
Hey, Ethan.
So he says, the little manlet.
It's probably 5'1".
Oh my god.
Got
I
a
don't.
5'1" dude.
I haven't been 5'1" since the 3rd grade.
Just realized
He's
he's
5 foot,
8 now.
exactly.
Reference.
I think I. God. You know what? Let's get into things. So,
Let's
Keat,
get
you
right.
tend to be the person I asked to give me a recap. Why don't you give me a recap?
Oh,
It was a week ago.
I'm thinking.
We nearly got murdered by a roper.
Oh, yeah.
Right, we went into the Darklands and we found a roper. We talked about philosophy.
Quite poorly.
You all ruined it, so it attacked us in self-defense. And then
Dude,
we
that
killed it.
thing. Yeah, okay. So that thing was talking about eating a pet with very
Hypothetically.
I. But we were the pet, Keat.
We're not a pet. We're philosophers.
There's nothing else you want to mention?
I think it's chocolate cake, and it's really good.
I meant about what happened last session. Something big for your
that was it.
character. No, that wasn't it.
What?
We tried to bring your beautiful girlfriend with us, but no.
Oh yeah, you don't remember? Gavilan got married last session.
Oh, that was the session before it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was last session, man.
Oh,
Man, I missed a lot.
oh, hey,
Yeah.
I got married, by the way, MemeName. I'm married now.
Yeah,
To
to a dwarven woman.
To a beautiful, rich, dwarven, rich woman, rich.
Oh,
Yeah,
good,
someone
good.
with a better beard than yours.
I don't have a beard. I have feathers.
You are part magpie, are you? You like shiny things?
So they tell me.
I think he's just a gold digger, man.
No, I
Like a
love my
magpie.
wife. We love each other. She's just also very rich.
Beautiful dwarven woman. Oh, how I love her, honey.
Oh, how I love her for all this money.
We should kill. We should steal all the family's gold.
Can I?
Drat, Matt. Double
I-
drat, Matt.
I was gonna say, why did none of you click yes? I can't wait to be a murder hobo for one of the polls. Because like, you guys denying you are murder hobos at this point. For some of you, it's a little obvious.
I've never killed anyone.
I
Yes.
have a home. I am not a hobo.
Actually, technically, that roper might have been considered people. So, huh.
I'm not the one who put the killing blow on it.
Yeah, that was you, Matt.
Was it?
You're the murder hobo.
I actually don't think I got the dragon kill point for final blow.
That
You start all of our conflicts.
That thing
I-
really fucking killed me.
Matt's a
Yeah.
murder hobo.
What? No. Well, so
He's always threatening people. He kills things left and right. He always gloats to the person before they attack and says how powerful he is. And he always instigates a fight. That's the murder hobo.
Yeah.
what?
Huh?
God, if only Caterpillar weren't MemeName, can you concur or deny this assessment?
I have no idea what's going on.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
Oh, he's the useless healer that wasn't there last time.
Hey, I healed some.
Not you.
I mean, so you're still in the we're still in the Darklands. We had what 16 hours rest because fucking feebled.
Yeah.
We wake up and there's two ropers.
Oh God, no, not that.
They want to know what we think about the trolley question.
Oh, we throw the fat man onto the trap.
Actually, we wake up
Throw the fat man.
and we wake up and you're surrounded by something worse than ropers. Gnomes.
Oh no.
Gnomes.
Chainers.
I was no.
They're like ropers, but tougher.
Oh, is it
No.
restaurant?
No. Oh, okay. You guys wake up surrounded by umbral gnomes.
Oh.
Oh
magic.
no.
Way worse than ropers.
Yeah, they're
Man.
way worse than ropers. While you all and well, Matt was in this group too, were sleeping in the middle of nowhere, a group of umbral gnomes found you and took you to a settlement they had nearby.
Okay.
So you can make a society check about what you may or may not know about umbral gnomes.
I know they're gnomes. And they are umbral. They are taller than Matt.
No, they're gnomes. No gnome is taller than Matt or Alvis. That would be a sin against gnomish kind.
Not taller than Alvis, taller than Matt. Matt is very short.
Why? Who did you spack my drink?
What?
You were T-posing all of last session, Caterpillar. Wow.
Caterpillar, that Roper was.
Who the fuck is Shauna Mirathana?
That is the investigator we got a couple sessions ago. Anyways,
why do I have access to her? Why do I have access to her sheet?
If you must know,
that has been fun.
Yeah, actually, I need to restrict access to her sheet again.
No.
I rolled 15. What do I know?
You know that umbral gnomes are a unique class of gnome because of one unique thing, and that is they all look like they've gone through the bleaching, and that's sort of true. Living underground doesn't lead to a very wide, open, and very fun society, so these gnomes, yeah, basically.
Well, no wonder they've gone through the bleaching. They live in the Shadowland. It's too dark here. They're all pale.
But the other thing about them is you would know that a lot of umbral gnomes, whether by the fact that the Nivi Rumbledazzle created them or was simply the first of their kind, worship the goddess Nivi Rumbledazzle.
Alvis just under her breath says, "Man, they just could look like they got Michael Jackson."
A bunch of 4-foot tall Michael Jackson.
So, at the name Rivi, if you mention the name Nivi Rumbledazzle, other people can make religion checks to find out what that deity is. The deity of.
I already know what that deity is.
Hang on.
It's the one with really low.
Forgot to get in.
It's the gambling.
Unfortunately, Gavilan does not know who that deity is. You know,
but I know who that is, and that's rare.
So, Alvis, you indeed realize that Nivi Rumbledazzle is a deity that is, known for gambling, and also she is quite known for something she did to attain godhood, being fucking with and tricking Torag.
Nice.
Cool.
I know. You know the story, Keat? Why don't you regale it to us?
No, I don't.
She is a short, fiery person who made another short, fiery person really mad.
Maple, the story goes a bit like this. Nivi Rumbledazzle basically gave a fake high-end jewel to Torag in exchange for immortality and godhood.
Nice.
And Torag, with his master in craftsmanship, was somehow unable to deduce that this was a fake high-quality gemstone until he tried to use it.
What a dumbass.
I know. That is like, come on, man. You're better than you. Like, come on. So your group got carried to a safe place in this area by umbral gnomes. And I say you're surrounded by them. You're technically in an inn in their little settlement here.
Oh, nice.
Whichever one of you would go downstairs first, you would be able to figure that bit out. But as you all come downstairs, you see something else that's a bit weird, and I will show them to you on the map.
fuck.
Do-do-do.
So these things aren't like evil linemen, are
No, no. Umbral gnomes are chill.
they? Okay, I kind of thought they'd be
But
like deep known.
Didn't they kidnap us?
No, they didn't kidnap you. They took you to a safe location where you could sleep off the enfeebled.
Against my will.
I
Hey, you should kill them.
not
Not
kill.
taking the side of the kidnappers. Classic
You
murder.
should
I-
seriously, you should kill them. Embrace the murder hobo.
I
That'll
We're-
give me an excuse to murder you.
we-
I'll stop you.
we got a free stay at an inn. And we got, out of Roper territory, and might find a better way past some of the bullshit because of it. So, a win-win. Does anybody remember any of those people that I just revealed on the map? Should I show you their images a bit closer?
Let me look.
I don't think,
These are the people that showed up at our HQ.
It's a pretty dope suit.
And that one's a sexy angel woman.
So, Alexander... Okay. So, these are other members of your mercenary unit that are in the Darklands for some reason.
Yeah, what are they doing here? Do we pay them?
Yes, they are on the payroll, Gavilan.
Don't need to be on the payroll. Probably see.
That was in character, by the way. Yes, Gavilan, they are on the payroll. Yeah, technically we would have rank to ask them what they're doing here, so if you want to do that... What?
On the
Better
payroll.
not be on the clock.
Doth one person at a time. What did you say, Keat?
Well, this better not be on the clock.
We don't get paid by the hour.
Not with that
No.
attitude.
Do we even get paid at all?
Yes.
Actually, I usually just get my money from the loot.
Yes, that's typically how we get paid.
Well, that's not being paid then.
I mean, technically, according to legal doctrines involving mercenary crew, I don't have to give you shit from that. But I do.
Yeah, but you do have to pay us.
That is how I pay you.
Probably.
I mean, you also get, your share of the income we earn from Quest that we take on.
What the hell is a quest?
Well, you stole my castle, okay, Mr. Murder Hobo? I don't want to hear this.
What castle are you talking about?
The castle in the middle of the city?
You mean an Absalom?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
The deed was signed to me.
I did not know that because all I got was a deed.
Let's move on.
Okay.
So does this mean I have guardianship of the parrot, the crow, bird?
Bath, why would I give you guardianship over any member here? Alvis, I expect you to watch over the children as normal.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. But Gavilan, why don't you go see what they're doing here? Why don't we all just go see what they're doing here, actually? And they're more here for they're in the same building. This is more of just here for me to show you the pictures, but do you want a quick refresher on the names of these characters?
Absolutely.
Yes.
We've Patty, we've got the Spear Dude, we've got the...
So you have Alexander Romanov.
I vaguely remember that name.
You might remember it from Shadow of Corleone, too. You have Chelsea Ocean.
I might remember that name.
Oh, it's this blue broad.
That is a Undyne. You have Germana Kalia.
Don't remember that one.
No, Dork Elf.
Really? You don't remember the person you recruited from the Elflands? That's incredibly
Oh,
rude.
the one who wouldn't give me any money.
What do you want? What
The
do you
what?
want? What do you want? Tell me. Come on, tell me. Tell me, Ray. Ray, you be.
Caterpillar's talking to his dog.
What do you want?
So,
Oh yeah, you guys can hear that.
yeah, it's not annoying. It's actually rather funny that you're doing it.
What you Caterpillar?
You don't. Okay, so so you were this is the infamous. Oh yeah, we're looking for Sky Igniter, or as you put it, we're looking for Sky Inflamer.
Wouldn't give me any money.
What did you ask for money for?
I told her there was a sign-on fee. And when she asked how much, I said, "How much you got?"
Yeah. Yeah, I do remember that. And well, first of all, she's got legal lore, and she knew that was bullshit from that second, because if there was a sign-on fee, you would have an answer that wasn't how much you got. Then we have...
Second answer.
Then we have... Oh my goodness, I just realized I forgot to go to the live scene. You have, Heather Morgan.
Never heard of her.
That's Gavilan's... That's Alexander's second in command when he ran his own crew. And her Eidolon, Lucy.
Lucy.
Yes.
We have Robodov, Ocean Woman, blah blah, and Astolfo, and Lucy.
Germana, Alexander, Heather Morgan, and Chelsea Ocean.
And Lucy.
Yes, Lucy is the Eidolon.
Okay.
Fuck the same than I.
Well, I mean, that is the funny thing. Heather is an Aasimar, so there's very little difference between an Aasimar and an angel, technically.
What the hell's an angel?
Well, do you know what a chicken is?
Oh, so they're one of your kind.
Yes.
Lucy looks at Gavilan when he says yes and just says, No, we have more class than you.
As long as you're not as repulsive as that thing, I don't really give a flying crap.
I'm sorry, when did we add a lizard folk to our crew?
We didn't. He's just here.
Gavilan, I've technically hired him on.
When?
He literally works for booze. And he hits pretty hard, so, you know.
It's not like it's beating the crap out of the bird.
Yeah, so, Alexander, what are you doing here? Well, we got a job in the Mana Waste, and we were supposed to try and track down someone who was trafficking some illegal substances, through the Darklands. And now we're in this part of the world, wherever it is. I'm guessing near the Five King Mountains, based upon your itinerary and how that's been.
Sorry about that. My dog was being a butt.
Okay, so, did you hear what Alexander said?
I thought I heard mana wastes.
You did hear Mana Waste.
Oh.
Yeah, so in the, month or so we've spent in doing away from his group, which this is his group before,
I tapped my computer, like the trackpad, to, bring up the screen, because it had gone dark. What's with the booby angel?
Yes.
It's the Eidolon.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, no, so that is Lucy, that is Heather Morgan's Eidolon, and Heather Morgan's Eidolon is an angel of Callistria, so that's what's with the booby angel.
What's an Eidolon and who is Henry Morgan?
All right, you're going to have to send me
Heather
that video,
Morgan.
the picture later. Let's continue.
So, Heather, so an Eidolon is what a summoner summons that is actually competent in melee. And that's what Eidolons basically are. Is they're the crappy part of the crappy class from where we got Maguses.
You gotta understand. Wizards and summoners are the same thing. And Eidolons, summoners are just better wizards because they can get people to defend them.
You can do that with money too.
I
mean, where am I wrong? They were able to get a tomboy GF.
I would not exclude. Well, I guess you're right. Either that, or they get their skeletal mommy GF because of other types of Eidolons. But yeah. So, Alvis has nothing to say at the fact that they were doing a job in the Mana Waste. And they wound all the way up in the Five King Mountains.
Damn, son.
How? That's a long ass drive.
It's
Yeah, I don't
let's
have
just
a map.
Okay, so Darklands are a pretty complicated place. And we've, unfortunately, in the last month, been everywhere from the Mana Waste to Tianjia, trying to track down someone smuggling Pesh through the Darklands. So, that was affecting the Mana Waste quite horribly, and we took a job over there to try and track down the person who is responsible for it. However, we have found out that it's less of a person responsible for it and more of bandits finding stashes of it from a chain-smoking dwarf.
Nice.
Yeah. So we've tracked him down to the Five King Mountains so we could get a list of the locations that he has stashes in. So that we could help him hide them better so that they don't get into the public's hands. Because we figured that that's going to be easier than convincing the dwarf to give up on Pesh.
Alright.
You're from the Mana Waste, right, Alvis?
That is correct.
So, what was the name of your village?
Hold up, give me a minute. Come from a little village called Triple-Wacy.
Ah. Well, we ran into a Mr. Volthamwat, who was actually the person who asked us to do the job. And he was the person who discovered Darklands entrance in the Mana Waste, which makes a bit of sense considering where guns come from.
Alright.
So, what are
Why
you
did
doing?
he ask you to do it?
Well, he thought that Pesh flowing into his community and destroying perfectly good households was a disgrace.
What a disgrace.
Do you disagree with that?
Me and my dad don't see the same way on that shit.
Okay. Well, at the very least, he doesn't necessarily want us to harm anyone who's not purposely doing this. We've had some run-ins with bandits, and quite simply put, the Darklands have been I mean, have you guys ran into a roper down here? They try and talk philosophy with you, and we just found it better to shoot it and be done with it.
We had a delightful
Response.
conversation.
Oh god, ropers are the worst.
Hold on.
I liked him.
Why? He tried to eat us.
A lot of things have tried to eat me. One of my companions has tried to eat me multiple times.
Who?
The lizard man.
Wait, he's actually tried to eat you?
Repeatedly.
Totally.
When did this happen?
In his imagination, I can make it come true if he wants me to.
Gavalon, when, how, gonna need more information suddenly, because you just mentioned that the lizard folks been trying to eat his friends, or
He's constantly
allies.
saying how he wants to eat me, or throw me into a pot, or sacrifice the bird to the food.
I mean,
He's called me
I
portable
do.
rest.
That'd be a waste.
That's actually quite friendly teasing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he'd actually eat you.
Well, I might beat the ever-loving tar out of him for this crap.
So you all are here because of Pesh? Really? God.
Oh, hey, you gotta stop the green from getting out. No.
Alexander would raise a finger and then just say, actually, we took a detour to this town for a different reason. If you'll all sit down at the table, and there's not a picture for this bar, because I have like 5 bars that I've made, and I could make a 6th, but I did not, because I got like an hour to prepare this, so...
Well, we know what a bar looks like. Oh, no.
Yeah. So, you sit down at the table, and Alexander pulls out a pamphlet and says, "Do any of you speak Undercommon?"
Let me check.
I know
speak
Matt does.
Undercommon.
Wait. You... Oh, right, yeah. So, but you can't read. Alexander looks to Matt and just says, "You'll want to read this." Slides over the pamphlet. Matt combs through it and is like, "These gnomes are worshipping what?" So Alexander says, "Well, apparently there have been a lot of weird things going on underground, from different evil cults we've ran into to even servants of the deity Nihil popping up in certain areas and trying to pull fast ones. This is not the first gnomish villain that this is not the first gnomish village that this Shiva woman has been to. When we were over in Tianjia, another umbral gnome village was, well, slaughtered by this witch, so we wanted to try and get here ahead of time to try and put a stop to Shiva's dealings in this area. So, Keat and I think MemeName might have left us. I'm not sure.
What do you want?
No,
I'm here.
MemeName's still here.
We got 30 minutes almost.
What do you require?
So, do you remember the name Shiva Kadir?
No.
Okay, well, let me remind you of who Shiva is. You remember the incident where you were trying to basically give back a servant of Nihil's memories because your paladin in good conscience could not kill the person outright
That
without
thing
knowing.
that went horribly wrong.
What?
That thing that went horribly wrong.
Yes, that thing that went horribly wrong.
Was she the bandit?
She was the person. She's a servant of Nihil. She's a member of the cult of Nihil.
Okay.
So technically, no, she's not a typical bandit. She's
she
not.
thought she was a bandit.
What?
She was originally a bandit, and then we got her memory back, and she was Nihil.
What? Okay, you remember that a bit weirdly. No, she was she was a uh, she was a brainwashed member of the cult of Nihil, who was recruiting more people in a town in the kingdom that is very closely allied with Andrin, to the north of Cheliax and to the east of Nadal, to try and weaken that kingdom by, well, typical Nihil shenanigans. So she, being brainwashed, the paladin could not in good conscience kill her because, would sort of go against his anathema. So you all delved into a dungeon, found a member of the party who was there for like 2 sessions, and a black dragon who was actually chill as fuck. And then you guys gave her back her memories, and nothing changed because she had power because of the sacrifices she made, quote unquote.
Nice.
And then she caused a whole kerfuffle of different people fighting each other because of enchantment magic. So basically, anybody who, basically everyone aside from Doth and Mac would know who Shiva is and would probably in character remember dealing with this woman. So, I would at this point ask Gavilan and Alvis and Maple how they would be reacting to this.
Reacting to what?
The whole, Shiva's in the Underdark and is trying to do Nihil shenanigans in this colony as well.
Yes, I vaguely recognize that name.
I would say, okay.
That's all?
That's not really surprising.
Been a rough week, man.
I
get the feeling that I was barely here at all.
So Gavilan, there's not many unknown entrances to the Darklands.
So?
And from what we've been hearing from Alexander, there are a lot of people in the Darklands who shouldn't be in the Darklands.
Well, it's the Darklands. Everyone's kind of bad.
Yes, but Nihil cultists are not typically amongst Durgar Drow. They tend to worship deities like the first vampire and Druskar. So this is
either, and she's worshiping them.
Who's worse?
Well, humans don't usually worship Nihil either, and she's worshiping him.
Okay, we don't know the demographics of the Church of Nihil, much like we don't know the demographics of the Church of Rovakuk, but that might be accurate. At the same time, the fact that she has followers in the Darklands nearby means that we are put in a very clear position. Alexander, do you mind if we join you for this mission? And Alexander just looks at you and is like, do you have more important things you should be doing?
No.
Not really. I mean, technically yes, but also it can wait. Alexander just says, okay, well, we've got word of a particular ritual going on a bit north of town here, and we are planning on going there to try and stop it, but there is some work to be done around town, and this is one of the few Darkland settlements. It might be a good idea if you haven't picked up material for anything, for, making unique weapons or anything, you might be able to find it down in this place. So, Does anybody remember a side quest we got last time? About, Kelgar?
Who? Oh, that's right. He needs to find or make a dagger thingy.
Yeah, he needs to find the material to make a dagger. That,
Just buy-
I mean, he, I mean,
or a
here's...
good rock.
What?
Or a good rock.
I mean, yeah. But there's also probably, like, actual material here to buy, so, you know, that might be a good idea to check around here, if only Will were here, but I will give him that opportunity next time. The other thing is, there are, you know, unique items in the shop here. Given some of you have a lot of gold and don't have a lot of use for it, so...
Does he have Lich phylactery?
Yeah.
I...
Yeah. Get a Lich phylactery. I want to see what happens.
All right.
You know, okay. You know what, Gavilan? You walk into the magic shop here, and the guy says, "How do you know that?
How do I know what?
That I have a phylactery."
I don't. I asked if you do.
Oh. Well, walk in, close the door behind you.
Okay.
And as you close the door, it locks, and he says, "Come here, come here."
Oh, it could possibly go wrong.
I mean, he's short. If anything goes wrong, he could just get punted, you know?
I'm not that short.
Not you. I meant the Umbral Gnome that's talking
I'm
to
actually
you.
very tall due to my tall birth.
Oh my god. So, the Umbral Gnome beckons you to come closer, Gavilan.
Uh-huh.
Do you do it?
Uh-huh.
So, he says, "Why do you want one of these?
I think it's neat.
You think murdering thousands of people to become immortal and damned is neat?"
No.
Okay, how much do you know about how a lich is made?
It uses a Lich phylactery.
Okay, so it uses a lich phylactery, and you have to cause untold devastation to humanity and other species.
Well, that sounds really horrible.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I could give you a lich phylactery, but if you don't want to kill, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of people in order to become immortal, then do you really want it?
Yes.
What? You're willing to kill hundreds, if not thousands of people in a cruel and torturous method?
No.
Then why do you want the phylactery?
I think it's neat.
So is Pesh weed?
Pesh is
Yes.
weed, yes. The shopkeeper just looks at you and says,
Is weed a narcotic?
yeah, technically. At least as far as I'm concerned. He looks at you and just says, "So you want a phylactery because it's cool, but you don't intend on using it."
Look, no, man. Do you have the thing or not?
Get out of my shop.
Okay.
Oh, but before you do, yes, I do have a phylactery. But I've already used it.
That is a Lich.
Yes, this Umbral Gnome is a lich.
Are we fighting a Lich?
No, not yet.
I feel like I should warn everyone that there's a Lich.
So,
Warn everyone that there's a Lich in the magic shop.
you run out of town, and one of the Umbral Gnomes just says, "Oh yeah, Gary's been here for the last
No, everyone's
4,000
in town.
years."
Telling them that there's a Lich in town.
There's a lich in town.
Yeah, there's a Lich in the magic shop.
Yeah,
There's a lich in the magic shop.
I
Yeah.
I highly doubt that. This bird seems like a natural liar. Are you looking for a phylactery again?
Alexander says, "Oh yeah, no, Larry's
Alright,
actually
what-
chill."
Would I
You-
believe Bird Brain is the liar or the person with the snake tongue?
He murdered. He said himself to be a lich who have to murder hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is how that works.
Oh,
Matt
some
also
people are-
said,
I mean,
Matt
I
also-
don't agree with becoming a lich, but some people want to tone it down in their later years, you know?
you
Matt
can't.
would,
I, it's a lich.
Matt would also say, there might also be more to the story. You know,
Matt.
I mean, according to, like, they would know. Let's ask around town, see what's going on with that. And the waiter would overhear you, and she'd just say, "Oh, that's Larry. He's been here for the past 4,000 years."
Yeah, he killed people, thousands even.
What do you think caused him to come underground?
I assume killing thousands of people.
Yeah.
What's your language?
What?
Look,
What's your
dumbass.
language?
I'd rather we not piss off the magic god undead.
I'm not the one who decided to make him a lich.
So
Because Matt won't sell me a phylactery.
he has a phylactery. He's just using it. And there is more to the story, Gavilan. I just didn't say it yet because, you know. You could talk to the waitress about why they're allowing a lich to live in town.
Hey, why are you allowing a man that's killed thousands to live in town?
So, that's a very long story. Do any of you know about what happened in the Gravelands, or, sorry, Last Wall, about 40 years ago?
You know I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know
so, he is technically a victim of one of the Whispering Tyrant's many experiments.
Nice.
He is actually horrified by the fact that he's a lich, and he is also incredibly, well, how do I put this? He's incredibly, remorseful for what he's done.
And kill thousands of people?
Well, technically the Whispering Tyrant killed thousands of people. He wanted to try and see if you could turn a non-cooperative party into a lich, and he found out you could.
Oh, good. Then we know it can work for the bird.
That's a good point. You can grant lichdom to someone else.
Yeah, totally.
And if you can do it unwillingly, you can probably steal it from someone as well.
Yeah.
So all I have to do is wait until Nihil does something really awful, which he's gonna do, and use that to power the phylactery. And I've done nothing.
All we have to do is we can turn you into a super lich, turn you into an
What grand events Matt has just brought into the story?
So, the waitress would say, so the you know what? You can just make me a religion or society check here at this point to figure out some more.
0.
I got 10 minutes left. I'll use a religion roll.
Okay, so the Whispering Way. You know what, Gavilan, the conclusion you've come to, you think is correct. But,
Correct.
So, Maple and... Hey, Alvis, you want to roll that society check? Because I'm going to, too.
Yeah, let me pull up my character sheet. Sorry, I've been looking up Pathfinder drugs.
Did you find any fun ones?
So, everyone aside from Gavilan would realize something about the Whispering Way, or which is the sort of philosophy the Whispering Tyrant set off. But um, the Whispering Way is basically a cult dedicated to the study of necromancy and raising undead. The Whispering Tyrant is the sort of founder of this school of thought, but it's you and Maple with a 18 and 17 would know that seems like a totally normal experiment. However, for some reason, Matt has read this experiment before with that, crit success there. And he would pass along this information. Technically, you can do it without it being your will if you're put under a dominate spell. Aside from, you still have to carry out the actions yourself, but with something like a dominate spell placed on you, you might end up feeling remorseful and heavy amount of sorrow for your actions and try and close yourself off from society.
I can't imagine. Oh.
I weird a lot of weird books. That's all I have to say.
Can't imagine.
So the Lich at the moment seems harmless. Unless he's raising undead, and the waitress just says. Actually, Larry doesn't leave his shop, so, and we haven't had anybody go missing in his shop, so.
Alignment of a lich. Lawful evil. Neutral evil. Chaotic evil.
There's an exception that makes every rule, Gavilan.
So
Also,
they-
lawful evil might still lead to him not killing people. Unless he needed to survive, which there's no requirement for him to kill people to survive.
I can't think of a more trustworthy alignment than neutral evil.
You're a
Well,
trustworthy alignment.
I know.
Yeah, so
Matt-
Gavilana is once again trying to buy a phylactery, and he found out there is, a lich in this settlement. That's what's going on.
It's here.
Matt,
Yes?
can I read a drug?
Of course.
Why?
Please do.
Sure, you can read your one drug, please.
Numerian fluids. That's the name of it, by the way.
That
Alien fluids seeping from crashed spaceships in Numeria can be fatal if drunk. There are some who take their chances, however, and use the fluid as a drug, finding that they provide euphoria and strange side effects. Some beneficial, others extremely dangerous.
Where'd you find out about this miracle?
These
drug?
people-
Archives of Nethys.
I actually found this on the Pathfinder wiki, but these people huff spaceship gas to get high.
Yeah, that sounds like a very.
That's
good
all
guy.
I wanted to say. Carry on.
I'm reading up on the Lich out of character. It doesn't say anything about having to kill a bunch of people. It says each process is unique to the individual. It does say that it costs hundreds of thousands of gold pieces, though.
Do I need to become the bird's handler?
I'm sorry. Where are you reading this, Gavilan?
Pathfinder wiki.
Oh, okay. So Gavilan, listen to me. If you had listen to me. If you had a person who was, evil by default for the most part, what do you think they did to become evil by default?
Well, that's irrelevant because you don't have to be evil to be a lich.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even want to be a lich. That's why a phylactery.
Why do you want a phylactery if you don't want to be a lich?
Why did I buy a trebuchet?
Because he has poor spending.
Why did I buy Leaf Man, a little horse?
Both of those are useful.
A lich
What
phylactery would find a use. It can hold souls.
No, we don't have a macro for our horse.
We might have a use for holding a soul in the future. We do crazy stuff.
Matt thinks about what you just said and stands there silent for a moment and says, yeah, but it would raise a lot of red flags, us having a lich phylactery in our possession.
No one needs to know. I can keep it on itself.
What?
I can keep it on itself. Or just in my bag.
Oh, you can keep it on the mage.
Like, yeah, well, also, there are other ways to find souls.
This is the so-called future leader of our group.
Hey, I found a lich. That's pretty impressive.
Do you want me to knock some sense into this thing?
So, or if we need to seal a soul, I could just tell you 3 things: a cold iron container, a brass stopper, and a silver chain.
Well, we don't have all that, but we will have a lich phylactery.
I mean, I could probably go out buy all 3 of those things in like 5 minutes.
This thing playing.
You know, hey Matt.
Yeah.
I just wanna say, instead of them hunting down Pesh, do you just want to retcon it and say Grolna?
There's a reason I said Pesh.
Won't that get us monetized if you say Corona?
No, Grolna. Grolna is something that's made in the Darklands.
Hey, have we found out why these mercenaries are here?
Yes,
Yeah. Alvis's papa sent them on an expedition into the Darklands to find out who's smuggling Pesh through the Darklands, bringing in to her hometown. Alvis and her dad do not agree on the use of Pesh because most of the young kids in town will go over like to the opposite side of town from where Alvis's family lives and smoke Pesh in a barn, including Alvis.
I'm sorry, but I'm just imagining like
it's not refined Pesh, because refined Pesh is pretty bad. But she can agree that like Keat and Flayleaf are things that should not be in the village, as well as Grolna.
I'm just imagining some dwarf smuggling.
This is some high quality Pesh, not like the shit that you and your friends were used to smoking.
I'm just
like so. There's just regular Pesh,
the land,
which is like taking
and
the
wild
leaves
to sell
like
Pesh to like 20 people in a village.
I'm a bit more concerned.
The population's a lot bigger than that.
I thought you said it was a small village once.
Yeah, it's like a couple hundred people. Oh.
It's big, I guess, but it's relatively small compared to most other settlements.
So,
like a hamlet.
Yeah, no, Caterpillar, it's the kind of mesh that can actually do damage to people who aren't fortuitous enough.
Alright, so it's like even worse than refined Pesh.
I just want to say, as a leaf man, I am against the smoking of leaves, and then I T-pose.
Because the difference between like raw Pesh and refined Pesh, raw Pesh, like Pesh has a mildly hallucinogenic thing. Refined Pesh basically takes the flower, like the stuff that and the sap, the stuff that's like really, really potent with the hallucinogenics. Basically ayahuasca.
Bye, MemeName. So, Yeah, we're talking something that, would legitimately be destroying people's lives, not like, you know.
Drugs.
Yeah, yeah, like some of the harder core shit than what it is actually a parallel to, you know?
Now, why the hell is the bird constantly asking about this lich staff? It was
I
funny
think it's
at first.
neat.
It is a little weird that a chaotic good character is constantly asking about a lich phylactery, actually.
You
I
know,
don't accept this.
what? I
no
know
intent
what
of
I'm
your
going
shit.
to do. I'm going to become your handler. I'm going to follow you around for the rest of this.
You already
I
do
don't.
that.
I don't trust you to be anybody's handler.
Yeah,
Much
actually,
less
Alvis is
his
both of
handler.
your handlers.
Yeah.
Like, he already has a handler. Yeah, he might outrun Alvis, but I'm pretty sure Alvis could beat the crap out of him, so,
Odd if Alvis is riding on her construct.
How fast is that thing?
Oh yeah, her
40
construct's
feet of
faster,
movement.
40 feet of movement, yeah.
50 feet.
Yeah, but Gavelot only has 25, so moot point.
Yeah, and I can go.
Also, Alvis isn't sort of insane.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, look, you don't hire a crazy babysitter to babysit a crazy child.
look, Darth already follows me everywhere. There's no change here.
Yeah, there's not.
So can I buy my Lich Phylactery?
No.
Yeah.
You can have your genie binding equipment, though.
I don't want genie by.
So this supposed good, neutral lich. It's a lich that doesn't bother people down here, who just lives around here. Is that his phylactery?
Yes.
Gavlon,
What?
is that his phylactery?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he has a second. I assume he has a phylactery, considering he's a lich.
I don't know how phylacteries work, but I
It's
would assume
basically
that
an
is
empty-
his. I would
it's
assume that is his
magical
phylactery.
that you put your soul in.
So, is a phylactery a thing that you have to craft?
It's a magical.
Do I know that?
Soul in.
Do I know that, Matt?
So let me go to a particular chart here.
No, I just want to know if it needs to be crafted or not, because
I'll
just roll a crafting check.
I know, but it would be based off the level of the creature, and I don't think a 21's enough.
No, I just want to know if it needs to be crafted.
There's a lot of stuff you need to do for.
I'm not crafting one. I'm not making anything.
No. I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, there is, in order to figure out if it needs to be crafted, that's a knowledge check. Knowledge checks are basically based off of the, DC by level. Yeah, that's a bit shy, for understanding that,
Understanding that it needs to be crafted.
Understanding the, yeah.
That somebody has to build their own phylactery.
Yeah, you know what? 21, you'd be able to understand someone has to build it. You wouldn't know the process, though.
Oh, I'm not asking about the process. Does a lich need to build their own phylactery? Yes or no? Yes.
So, let me go one sec. I believe so, yes, but there's a fascinating archetype called Lich for a reason. Yeah, you have to craft a soul cage, is the technical term for it, and it houses your soul, and the soul cage is something that you would have to craft yourself.
So, Gavlon,
Yes.
I don't think liches have more than one. I would imagine that a phylactery is a magical item that you have to spend a lot of time
If
creating.
I can't buy a phylactery, why has it got a sale price?
Checkmate is.
Well, let me put it this way: if he has more than one phylactery, do you really want him to respawn in your pocket?
He doesn't. They've said himself he's not evil.
All undead are necessarily evil.
Matt, he says he's evil.
No offense to him, but that is
The fact of the matter is, yes, that is true, but also he's not doing any harm at the moment. And there's a bigger fish to fry, so...
That's why I said good lich. Scratch that. Neutral lich earlier.
Well, more like lawful evil. Like, he has well...
He has ethics.
He has ethics, yeah. So, like, one of those things is he doesn't want to actually harm anybody else. He does feel remorseful, but the thing is, he's technically on the evil side of things because he's a lich and all undead are necessarily evil, yes.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that's what I was going with. If the lich isn't hurting anybody, I wouldn't take it. Maybe the person in this shop just wants to get rid of it so that he's not carrying around a spare phylactery.
Did he actually want to get rid of it, Gavilan?
He didn't say either way. He did seem really interested when I said I wanted one.
What did he... You know what, Alvis? I think we have to head to the shop.
And you didn't bother to ask him.
Well, he sort of told me he was a lich, and I didn't really want to stay around after that, because usually when someone tells me what they are, it means they're about to attack me, like the Roper.
Alvis, maybe we should go to the shop with him. At the very least, if he did something wrong, we should apologize.
I did nothing wrong. He's the one that told me to come in.
So, do you have a rubber pad bisecting both halves of your skull, keeping your two brain cells from rubbing together?
No, it's caused a lot of friction.
I can knock some sense into him.
We gotta go back to the shop, Matt.
Yeah. Should we bring Gavilan, or...
No, you don't need it.
We should bring Gavilan. And
you,
because I'm not gonna let you out of my sight.
No.
No, don't worry. I know a way we can distract him. And Alexander says that, stands up, goes over to the Angel Eidolon, whispers something in her ear, and she turns to the lizard and says, I bet I can outdrink you.
I need monk shit.
Like, 100 gold says I can drink you under this table here.
100 gold says I need monk stuff. I'm dressed in rags, you stupid
You know what we should have picked up in Keonan when we were there to give to this guy?
What should we have picked up in Keonan?
I would have, if I'd known Doth would come here, I'd have a bottle of elven absinthe.
That would have been
put it in his hand and tell him to say, "Go sit in the park for a bit. Just sip on this."
Is that a one drug, please?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a drug. It's a drug. It's just something I looked up. It's absinthe.
Yeah.
Just elven. Anyway.
So...
Oh, I want to turn to our cat folk friend. Are you coming with us? You've been real quiet this whole time.
I like to keep an eye on old man over there. He tends to
think if we asked you to keep an eye on Gavilan too, would you be able to handle the two of them?
Would you be able to handle the fact that probably He'll probably tackle down that bird quicker than anyone.
That is true.
Yeah,
prefer to bring
Alexander. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. But also, Alexander, if the lizard does anything to harm anyone, you have a gun. Put it to work. Matt stands up and says, "Come on, Elvis, let's get going."
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Dragonborn's
Gavilan,
just gonna
Gavilan,
follow
gonna
right
need you to
behind.
come with us too.
Okay.
So you head back into the shop ran by a lich, and you see an umbral gnome there. Looks like a typical umbral gnome. Why don't everyone here now make a quick will save?
Sure.
29.
Well,
Wow.
29 is the DC, so both of you would see. Yeah, that's an illusion. It's a typical looking lich. Matt, on the other hand, just sees an umbral gnome because crappy will save.
Would it be like a really small gnome lich?
No, that person was a human. They are just trying to blend in and not cause suspicion.
Mind telling me, why you sold my friend here one of your phylacteries?
I didn't sell him shit. I tried to talk him down from wanting a phylactery, but he insisted he wanted one. So I just told him I was using it, which was not a lie. But, like, no, I would never sell a phylactery because you have to make one yourself.
So why'd you give it to him?
I didn't give him one.
He didn't give me one.
Why does he have one?
I don't have one.
Cavalon, why did you tell Alvis you had one?
I didn't.
I
don't know where she's getting this.
I'm sorry
I
for
thought
our
you
son,
said you
sir.
had one.
He's a bit slow on the uptake.
I have no idea where Alvis is getting this information from.
Neither do I, but like, and the lich just
I
says,
thought it.
Look. I think I keep a tabs on the outside world. Unfortunately, I want to know whether or not the Whispering Tyrant has been defeated. So every once in a while, again, I ask someone to run a message up to the Dwarven Gates. I have a contact there who allows me to live because I tend to keep some of the worst parts of the Underdark away from the gate. So I don't really want to be a lich, and I don't really want to be alive either, but I don't want to be dead knowing that the Whispering Tyrant is still around.
Oh, you got beef with the Whispering Tyrant?
So
He
you're
put me under a
saying
dominate
is-
spell and made me kill my entire mage's college, and then had me craft a phylactery before that, and then had me become a lich.
So what you're saying is, if we hold on, I'm getting a call.
I seriously thought Gavon had a phylactery for a second. I was like, what? Why do you have a phylactery?
Well, he'll be back. Okay, just another question. Do you have a brass stopper, a silver chain, and a cold iron container? And the lich just looks at Alvis and says, why does he want a genie binding kit?
Oh, I know that's a genie binding kit.
No, the
After
lich just
hearing those
told you
ingredients.
that's a... No, I mean, you might be able to. It's crafting check. It's actually not a very
Alright.
high crafting check, because...
Is there... But if I wanted to say, like, how could I make that crafting check better? What would it... Would it be a higher DC?
if you want to know whether or not that could bind a genie, I would like a crafting check, and I will tell you what you know about that particular
30.
method. Oh, okay. Finally loaded. That is actually, like, the most effective method. It's actually very simple and sort of cheap. Let's just say that it's so easy that a level 3 character could make all of those items and
That's
use
insane. So what you're saying is, if we kill this tyrant guy, I can have the phylactery.
I mean, I won't be using it anymore. If you kill the Whispering Tyrant, then I have no problem giving it to you.
Alright. It's a deal.
But you kill him first.
Well, obviously, that's how this works.
Okay.
Now, side question. Do
So-
you have a Demi-Lich eye gem?
Demi-Lich Eye Gem. Where would I even find that item?
That's a good question. It's your eye.
Where are you finding this, Gavilon? Because I actually want to know what this does.
Demi-Lich eye gem. 3,000 gold pieces. This glowing gem is harvested from a Demi-Lich and has an 8th level spell magically bonded to it. This item has the traits of the spell it contains.
So, it just allows you to use it as an innate spell?
I guess. I don't know what the spell is. I assume it's any spell.
Yeah, based on that, it is. He says, loot my corpse when you kill the Whispering Tyrant. Okay?
I'm gonna get 2 Demi-Lich eye gems. This is great. This is great.
Hope
Back.
you don't try to respawn in his pocket.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care as long as I have the phylactery.
Oh, right. Okay. So the Lich says, oh, right, and then just says, yeah, no, don't worry, I won't respond while he's in his pocket. Can I talk to you two alone without the bird?
I would have preferred to shove him out of the room right as he said, I want your eye.
So he didn't even look up at that statement when he said loot the body. So you do that, and he's like, uses mage hand, close the door, and then lock spell to lock it, and he says,
I walk away. While they're doing this, and I find another shop.
you walk away, what?
I walk away and I try and find a gunsmith.
Okay. There's not a gunsmith in town, unfortunately.
It's a Lich magic man, but it's not a gunsmith.
That's a
Yeah.
relatively new technology.
Well, actually, this is like 40 years past the point where they're relatively new technology, Elvis.
Is there a blacksmith with some skill?
40 years is relatively new.
I mean, yeah, but like they were relatively new 40 years ago, and they'd been around for like 10 before that. So it's more like 60, because there's a 10-year gap between Path 1 and 2.
Do you know how long it took for us humans to get it from a stick with a metal tube on the end that shoots rocks
We don't
to
have
a
magic
musket?
missile.
Oh my god, why are you... This is a fantasy world where we have lizard people crawling over the wall.
We are
and
literally
swallowing
talking to a Lich right now.
And
Um,
you have a stupid ass bird.
Well, the actual reason there's not a gunsmith underground is because you're in the wrong part of the Darklands to find guns.
Well, can I find a blacksmith with some skill?
What do you want the blacksmith to do?
Make my gun better?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How would he make your gun better?
I don't know, he's the blacksmith.
He's not a gunsmith, though. It's like, you'd
We'll come
ask
back
it...
to that.
You will come back
We'll
to
come
that.
back to that.
The Lich, so as you walk off and find the gunsmith, the Lich notices that and just turns to Elvis and Matt and says, can you guys keep a secret?
I mean, depends on the secret.
You guys know how a Lich permanently dies, right?
Well, yeah, don't you gotta crush the phylactery before it dies? That's
Yeah.
always how the fairy tales go that my mom and pa read me
Oh.
before bed.
Your mother and father told you weird fairy tales. Regardless, yes, that is how that works.
What do you mean? They're fairy tales about valor and the hero thwarting evil and saving the day.
Okay. Well,
Now
regardless.
granted, the liches in those books were trying to
This
enslave the
man regrets
population.
immortality more than ever.
So, you realize that me handing over a phylactery to him after permanently offing myself after the, Whispering Tyrant has been defeated, you realize what that means, right?
No, not really.
Matt just
I mean,
turns
it
to
would
you
mean
and
you'd just be there
says...
the entire time.
Matt just turns to Alvis and says... He's giving him a broken product.
Well, something that stupid, I don't think it cares.
Yeah, I'm not using it.
Look,
Still
you
don't
just
wanna-
want to possess one?
Have I not said that like 5
He
times?
has. You have. And I don't want you to possess one because I don't want to go into a foreign affairs office explaining why you're carrying around a lich phylactery in your pocket
That's your
and
fault.
how
not
you're
mine.
and how you are not a lich.
We could sell it under the river. That's what my plan
Oh
is.
my god.
So, the Lich just says, so basically he'll have a useless phylactery, no one will even recognize it as a phylactery, and it won't raise any alarms for any of you. He'll just say he has a cool item. That's about all he gets out of this deal.
Well, what I get out of this deal is to go around saying, "Hey, look at the phylactery of this lich I killed."
Gavilan, why don't you just make me a quick DC 10 society check?
God, you're like the most beta male I've ever seen. Jesus
What do you get?
He got a 6.
Oh,
So, Gavlon, you think that the Whispering Tyrant is probably the cooler phylactery to tote around that you killed?
He's not a lich though.
He is a lich. He's a lich
He
who's
is a lich.
gone head to toe
Well,
with a deity.
This
That-
is perfect. I can get 2 phylacteries and 4 demi-lich eyes.
No. The Whispering Tyrant is a demi-lich, and neither is that guy. So,
Right.
just
What
regular
does it-
lich eyes.
What does a demi-lich eye do?
Allows you to cast a spell once per day as an innate spell.
A level 8 spell.
A level 8 spell.
How many
Okay.
Gemini guys would he get out of this?
0. They're not actual liches. Or demi-liches. But Gavilan does not know what the difference between a lich and a demi-lich is, so
It
he's
is
convinced
true.
there's 4.
I thought a phylactery was a cup.
It can be. A phylactery can be whatever you want it to be. This guy's phylactery is actually torturous to him, so... He doesn't want you to have it, though, because he doesn't want you to get in trouble.
Oh, it's a bit late for that.
Well, it'll be different when he's, gone and can't come back with the phylactery, because it'll be a non-magical bastardized statue of something.
What can I get from a lich? I can lich dust.
Can this lich thing enhance my gloves or some shit?
Your weapons are already at the best state they can be at the moment.
So, in order to get your phylactery, we'd have to kill the Whispering Tyrant.
Yeah, basically.
We're not gonna do that, right, Matt?
Well, I wouldn't rule it out of question. Not now, anyways. We're nowhere near that level now, but you never know.
Alvis, that's a yes.
None of this seems worth it.
I
Hey,
mean,
don't be. I just wanted to pay the man some gold and walk out with a
By the
phylactery.
time you are ready to do that, I probably will not be in this party. So, do what you want. Just don't give him the phylactery now.
I wasn't actually... The Lich just turns to man and is like, you weren't supposed to be on board with this idea. That's a suicide mission. Like,
We're already on one. We're on like 3.
Party
That's exactly why I said I'll be out of the party at that point.
This party is entirely insane, and I wouldn't trust anything any of them say.
I'm the only sane one.
That's not true.
That's not true.
The cat's saying.
Exactly.
I would like to point out notable liches are Zani, the harlot queen of Geb.
You and your whores.
1 second. Yeah. So, yeah, no. Gab is also a lich, a notable one. The Whispering Tyrant is the most notable lich.
Geb is a place, not a person.
What? Geb is actually a person. The guy's such an egomaniac, he named his kingdom after him.
That's badass.
I mean, so, like, Nex is also a kingdom named after a guy so egomaniacal, he named a kingdom after himself. And those two nations created the Mana Waste.
Dev is a nation, or is a guy so egomaniacal he named a nation after himself. Next is a guy so
The necromancer
egomaniacal
Geb
that
sucks
he named a nation after himself, and they both created the Mana Waste, which they were both egomaniacal enough to know that they shit on.
Yeah, I was about to say Geb's right next to the Mana Waste.
Yeah. Well.
See, I made a pun on waste there.
We're close to Geb.
You guys weren't expecting poop jokes.
We're nowhere
But
near
here
Geb.
we are.
They made it
But
here for
here
the
we
Mana Waste.
are.
Okay. Gavelon,
Yes?
listen to me. The Underdark is beneath all of Golarian.
Gloria, what's that?
The planet we're on.
Oh.
So imagine if there were continents and land masses underneath the continents of Earth. And then imagine that they even had, like, separate, like, sunlight, sunset, that whole weird thing. That's basically what the Underdark is.
It's the truth of the Hollow Earth, Mother Hubbard.
Yeah, it's basically Hollow Earth, god damn it.
It's true.
There's a land.
Wait,
called-
if you go far enough into the Darklands, will you meet Rovagug?
No.
Rovagug's on the island.
No, actually, Rovagug is, not anywhere near the Darklands. He has his own hole in the ground.
Hole in the wall.
Oh my god.
Well,
you see that one meme that says Rovagug during Earthfall?
No, I've not, but I know exactly what it's thinking.
Oh, I gotta get it. I'll show it.
So,
But
Gavelon,
continue.
Gavelon,
Yes.
you just... Okay. I don't know why you want a Lich Factory so bad.
Alright, let me for the 6th time give you the deets, okay? I think it's neat. So I want one. Because they're neat.
Oh, wait, no, Gavelon, I can actually definitively answer to you why there's a sell price on those.
Yes.
That you need a value of an item in order to craft it.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so you can't just go into a magic shop and say, 1 Lich Factory, please, because that's not how that works.
That's weird, because I've done that like 3 times.
Yeah, and this is the only time one of them has said, why do you want that? Instead of, get the out of my
Why?
Oh,
You're
yeah.
just that had one.
Yeah.
And go, one girlfriend, please.
One girlfriend, please? What?
This is an Ecclesian church. So, and Matt just looks at all this and says, wait, you realize we've probably done worse at our current state than at a proper trained and geared state we would be going out of the Whispering Tyrant. Like, I don't know if we'll ever do that. But yeah, you don't know. World's weird.
Why do we need to go try to kill an immortal lich? I just want to find this thing and go home. I want to see Paul again. I miss the guy.
I mean, who's to say finding this thing is gonna be that simple? Fortunately, hasn't been so far.
That's why we need to hurry it along.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go back to the inn and talk more with Alexander about this plan so we can get this over with. Also, we probably should find Gavilan before he does anything more.
I enter the blacksmith.
Oh,
The blacksmith looks at you and is like, "It's been a while since I've seen a Longshanks here. What do you want?"
Oh, right, I'm in human form. Hi there! I was wondering if you could do anything to improve my gun here.
Do I look like a gunsmith to you?
No, but you're not a you don't look like a weaponsmith. I bet you do work on weapons.
I am a weaponsmith. I don't do work on
great.
guns.
This is a weapon.
But that's a gun.
Yes.
It's a little different than what I typically work with.
What do you typically work with?
Bows, crossbows, swords, maces, you know.
That's good. I have a sword right here.
Her young, apprentice is in the background. Yeah, we don't, really deal with guns. The parts are too small, and, we can't really do much with it.
So, what do you want us to do with your sword?
Make this rapier better.
How do you want us to make it better?
Well, you're the professional.
Get out of my shop.
Okay.
Wait. Don't go yet. Don't go yet. Wait. It's just he brings in his little blacksmith master what if we just sharpen it for him and charge him extra?
That would be a disgrace to my training methods. You obviously aren't worthy to take the test.
Deal.
We have honor. We have honor in our trades. You will remain an apprentice for 2 more years.
I slap the rapier on the table and say, "Sharpen it."
Oh,
Get out of my shop.
No, your apprentice is right. He's a good apprentice. Don't you dare be mean to him. Sharpen my blade. Or the point, because it's a rapier.
No, there you are. Let's get out of here.
I said, get out of my shop. If I say it again, you will not live long enough to regret me saying it again.
You know what? I'm invisible.
That's a good question. Why don't you try a society check? DC 37.
You know that's a 0.
Yeah, me saying DC 37 was a hint, actually.
You know what might be a good idea? I'm invisible right now.
Yeah, so Gavilan, you think that's a level 2 fighter?
Well, I'm not gonna kill a guy, but I also don't want to be mad at his apprentice.
Are you staying in a shop? Now, you just crit failed a knowledge check, so you think you can take him.
I do think I can take him, but that's irrelevant.
God, you're a loser.
Because I'm not going to fight the man.
You know
He's a
what?
blacksmith.
Are you going to try in civil disobedience and stay in a shop? That is the question.
Well, I'm thinking we can talk this out. I have a skill for that. Diplomacy.
So you're going to try and stay for another minute to try and make a request of the man.
With a 37 diplomacy, yes.
So the DC for making a request, other than, hey, can I leave your shop before you kill me, would be a 40.
You made that number up.
Yeah, that's how make a request checks actually work, is you make a DC based on what's going on.
And why would I ever roll? Why not just say yes or no?
You know what might work better?
Well, you see, because you just decided to stay for a minute, and he pulls out a great axe and says, 3.
How loud are these people being? Will I hear
You
it?
gotta run, man. You gotta run. He's gonna do it.
2.
I lost
didn't
the
know-
pinky already.
I'm gonna drag
Man,
him
I
out of
didn't
there.
know he was a fucking apprentice, bro.
I'm gonna drag his ass out of there.
Yeah, he puts down his axe as he sees you dragging him and just says, good, now get and don't show back up.
That was fun.
So, to answer your question out of character, that was a level 20 fighter. So you would have been very
I
dead.
don't think that's actually a level 20 fighter, but okay.
There's a
Yeah.
goddamn lich in the goddamn town. That's gonna be very high up.
Oh
Well-
man, I found the meme.
Okay.
So in the cut where I say it's like the Rovagug when Earthfall hits me, and just put it up there.
I go to
It's in-
Elvis.
It's in Path to Destroy Nihil chat.
Okay, you go to Alphys.
Elvis, can you sharpen my rapier, please?
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, great. I'm putting sharp at the traits.
I'm not
Look,
doing it
it-
now.
Well,
The-
I've already put in the traits.
Gavilan, you can just get a whetstone and do it yourself.
No. First off,
Ah.
I don't
You know
have a
what?
whetstone, and I can't buy one from a blacksmith because he threatened to kill me.
What did you do at the blacksmith shop?
I just asked him to sharpen my sword.
Did
Did
he
he
tell?
already get that?
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna pull Matt aside, like bring him like 15 feet away, and just be like, yeah, you know I have to like sneak into his room and take his gun and clean it every night, right?
That blacksmith was unironically very unreasonable.
I'm aware of this. I guess
Hey,
I'll go
Gavilan.
talk to the blacksmith, see what's going on. Give me
Hold
like
on,
10
hold on,
minutes to watch the
Gavilan.
child.
Oh, Matt's away for it. Hey, Gavilan, I can sharpen your sword for you.
Oh, well, I already gave it to Elvis.
Well, he's not doing any sharpening for it.
Well, I can't give you what
Oh,
I
that's
don't
a
have.
little sus. Don't say that.
Yeah, Gavlar, come take your sword. I'll do it later when we're not on a mission.
No, it's fine.
Do it during a rest period.
So, Matt comes back, about 10 minutes later, walks back, Alvis back another 15 feet, and just says, apparently he tried to get in the way of him, disciplining an apprentice blacksmith, and that's actually pretty serious offense.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So, also, it takes like 5 minutes to sharpen a rapier.
I don't think he knows that.
I don't know that. How do you even sharpen a point?
Why are you listening to the conversation?
It's
You know,
hard-
rapiers have an entire edge to it, right?
No, they don't. They're pointy.
Yes, they are, but a lot of swords are pointy too.
Oh, you
Ah.
should, you
A
know,
rapier is only pointy.
Look, Alvis, just give me the rapier for about 5 minutes, and I'll come back, and I'll charge Gavilan for sharpening the rapier.
No.
Why do you need to charge it? I can do it. I just want to do it later because we're in the middle of something, aren't we?
Yeah, we are, but we also have 5 minutes of downtime.
You are busy
All right.
right now. You know what? I'll sharpen it for you. It'll take me about 10 minutes.
I'm looking at images. I think a rapier is actually not just pointy.
Yeah, they're very sharp.
Rapiers, like fencing, usually does a lot of poking and stabbing, but rapiers can actually like cut really deep.
Oh yeah, we're talking like an actual rapier, not like a pointy one.
I was thinking of the
All
pointy one.
rapiers,
So,
all rapiers are pointy.
Matt comes back to you, Gavilan, about 5 minutes later, and says, okay, it's sharpened. Are we good?
Oh, thank
Aw.
you.
I walked all the way upstairs to make a crafting check. Yes.
She says she'll do it later, then immediately does a crafting check.
What's up?
Yeah, because being forced to do it now.
Well, no, Matt said he'd take care of it. Just watch Gavilan for about 5 minutes. Matt just says, you don't know how simple sharpening a rapier is, do you?
I've never done before.
Okay, follow me. You're gonna watch me as I sharpen my wishblade.
Wishblade, what's that?
Matt pulls out a sword from his back that you haven't seen before and is like, oh, you know, this geniekin weapon I found in Absalom.
When did you get that, and why do you even use a sword? You have fists.
Well, if you must know, my fists don't work like cold iron or silver. So I have a silver sword and a cold iron sword. This is the cold iron one.
That's so cringe. Okay.
It's so cringe.
So,
Sophie.
yeah, so Matt takes you over to a whetstone that is actually in the basement of the inn, and he's just uses it in front of you and is talking to you on the basics of sharpening it and how to test it, and he ends up, you know, giving you a bit of knowledge on it and just says, yeah, that's actually a rather easy thing, and a lot of blacksmiths don't charge for it because they feel sorry for people that don't know how to sharpen their own blades.
I nod my head, but I'm not paying attention.
Okay, so, yeah, let's try and keep things on track. Don't go wandering off again.
Well, I just went to buy something.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Alexander did give you the idea.
And then they attacked me.
Okay, so apprentices usually get, you know, a lot of shit. It's part of being an apprentice.
That man extended it by 2 years, and all I said was, hey, that's alright. It's the audio to do that.
Yeah, but...
He cut off the apprentice's pinky. He told me himself.
I mean...
This is a very strange town. I don't like it here.
It's the Darklands. Let's try not to... Well, also... Yeah, okay, look, let's try and get back on track. Let's see what Alexander's plan is, and then we'll execute it, and we'll see where that leads us today. But I think more what Alexander was saying is go to the general goods shop because they have good items. Actually, Gavilan, I'm gonna need you to do something for me.
What?
Here is 9 gold. Go over to the general goods shop and buy 3 holy water.
Hold on, let me add that 9 gold to my inventory. Okay. I'll go to... Is it the magic shop?
No, general goods shop.
Alright, I'll go to the general goods shop. I go to the general goods shop.
And there is another gnome behind the counter, and she says, "Oh, what can I do for you?"
I would like to buy 3 holy waters.
Oh, okay. That'll be 9 gold.
Okay,
and
hold
she
on, let me
pulls
take
up...
Let me take 9 gold.
And she pulls out 3 holy waters and says, "You know, these things aren't useful for a lot of things, but I've heard of some creatures in the area that might have regeneration without these being used on them. Food for
Yeah,
thought."
I don't care. Yeah, I don't care, Lay, but thank you. I walk out.
And she just says to herself, "Oh God, it's that guy."
Yes, I am the famous Gavilan.
If you stay long enough to hear that, she'd say, "Get out of my shop." Yeah. You basically, you've got 3 shops in this rundown place, and they've all gotten to the point where they're like, "God damn it, not this guy again."
All I said was bye.
Oh my god.
You told her that you don't care. It's
don't.
Yeah, it's a little rude.
Well, it's also rude to yell for someone to leave your shop after 1 sentence.
She didn't tell you to leave. She just said, "Hey, yeah, I heard these things were useful for blah, blah, blah." And you said, "Yeah, lady, I don't care." And then she told you to leave her shop. You know, because you were being rude to her.
I thanked her. Anyway, I go back to Matt. I got the holy water. Everything went great.
Okay.
The person said something really interesting about some things here being weak to holy water.
Yeah, actually, Alexander asked me to grab 3 holy water because apparently, there are some things here that have, regeneration that's cut off by holy water.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
Real quick, TLDR. I went up
Yeah.
there and more cough drops, and they got signed out of Hulu for some reason. Said, remember the fucking password. So yeah. So we're dealing with undead here. We need holy water for something.
Not undead, actually. There's a creature that... there's a creature you will be dealing with that will have regen. Alexander knows this, and he told you to buy holy waters because good damage cancels the regen.
Man,
Unfortunately, none of us have anything that does good damage because the only divine casters we have in this group that would have divine lance are neutral.
Would it be
Or their deities are neutral, so they can't get good.
Would it be possible to get like an enchanted staff or some shit that I can smack things with?
Technically you could get a holy rune on a weapon.
Wait, is a creature with regeneration?
If you can get me a holy rune, so I can attach that to the glove wrap thing.
Wait, it's just a creature with regeneration, Matt?
Yep.
Oh, I've got the perfect stuff for this. I'm gonna head to a shop and get some acid flasks.
I have.
No. It's
I
a
don't-
creature with regeneration that's turned off by good damage.
Would that work, Matt?
Would what work?
So, if it has...
Killer?
Look,
What did you say, Keat?
Phantasmal killer.
That does mental damage. And technically, you only need to use good damage when it's downed. That's it. You know, so a simple holy water being tossed at a... Basically, the good splash damage would kill it at that point. So, like, we've got what we need, 3 of them. So if all 3 of us critically fail an attack roll for a holy water, which is a simple weapon, might I add, so all of us are trained in it.
Yeah, I've got improvised weapons too, so I don't really see.
So, yeah, it's literally just...
though.
Yes, it's weird. According to what I've picked up in Society play, it is counted as a simple weapon, unlike every other alchemical bomb. Because it's not an alchemical bomb. It's sort of a scam.
It's literally just a flask filled with water. There's not much to it.
Yeah. Also, there's no higher level versions of it.
What? I
mean,
paid
an
gold for
acid
those.
flask. An acid flask is a flask filled with acid,
Yes.
but it's still nobody's trained in it though, unless you're an alchemist or have training in bombs.
Yeah.
Actually, bombs are a martial weapon, so I actually have training in those, and so would you, Elvis.
No, you need specific training in bombs
No, you do
to
not.
throw them. Mm-hmm.
No. They're a martial weapon. Okay, Elvis, listen to me. Go to weapons. Look, just type ALC in the search bar on archives. Filter contains. And then alchemical bomb, right? Weapon, range, martial. It does, and rarity common. So it's, there's nothing in that list that says you can't use it with just martial weapons.
Matt,
What?
does this place have a bookstore?
You can't read, but yeah, sure, you can enter the bookstore.
Alright, I enter the bookstore.
Okay, what are you looking for in the bookstore?
Hi, do you have any sheet music?
Yeah, actually, what are you looking for in particular?
Oh, I'm not looking for anything in particular. Do you mind if I just browse?
I'm not opposed to that, but if you tear any pages, you're buying the book.
Well, okay.
And she pulls off the shelf 3 books and is like, "These are actually the only sheet music I have."
Oh,
You know, it might work for him better. Get him a picture book, one for the children.
I'm going to get food very quickly. We're going to take a quick recess. So be right back, everyone. Take a nice 5 or 15.
Daddy-o.
Okay,
The only people who
okay.
like Cheliax is Cheliax.
Perfectly calm music.
No, the only people who like Cheliax is House Throne. Everybody else is sort of pissed, but can't do anything about it because it's illegal to have opinions.
Correct.
Ask your mother.
No, they could have opinions. It just has to be the right opinions. Tieflings aren't allowed to have opinions, though. They're slaves.
Okay, North Korea.
So I literally, for some reason, it came into my head. I was in my dream last night. It was completely uninvolving me, but it's like the best joke I've come up with in any state of mind, and it is, You know what? I'll actually have to do this somewhere else, but it is like it is what I imagine a. That's not what your mom said last night. Going horribly, horribly wrong. But more on that later. How's everybody doing after the break?
I mean, my whole break consisted of me smoking outside, and I have been smoking outside for a while now.
Sure.
Yeah, how would you?
Yeah. Just to be clear, Caterpillar, it's not the ganja, right?
No.
Okay.
I would never smoke ganja.
I'm more saying that in case, for some reason, I'm allowed to monetize this later on. Probably will never be, but you know, thought that counts.
Heck, we have our Patreon. Subscribe to our Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon yet, but if we
I
ever have a
know.
Patreon, I will post it. Yeah. So, where were we?
Discord at www.discord.com/Gavilon.
Where?
God.
So, wow, that's not even a valid Discord link, but you know what? Whatever.
I don't know how the internet works.
I don't know how the internet works. Quote from someone using the internet to play D&D.
Yeah, and I make you do all the hard stuff.
That's
music.
Yeah, it's just plain sheet music. There's not a lot of fun in the Darklands.
I buy the interesting one.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, 15 gold.
Hold on, let me do some math.
Oh, that's scary.
Okay. Thank you. This was
Yep.
a very nice and cordial transaction, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Why do you say that, though?
Nothing, no reason. I just like to check. Goodbye.
Bye? Oh, that was weird.
Is he outside the building yet?
He's outside of the bookshop, yes.
Okay.
Gavilon, come on. We gotta get this mission briefing done. Come on, come in.
We're on the.
I want to take my new book from him.
What?
I'm kidding.
So,
Really nice book.
Oh my god. What is up with you people? So weird.
let's get to the point where we're sitting having this mission briefing.
Do I notice that?
I mean, you can make a actually, what is your perception DC? What's your perception modifier?
My perception DC is 11.
Okay, so it's 10 plus 11, 21, so you get a perception check, but if you fail that, you don't notice anything. Because it beats your passive perception.
The bastard stole my book.
Well, what? No, you crit failed a perception check to try and notice that. So you see him reaching for your book, and you say, "Oh yeah, here you go."
Nice buddy, want it
That
back?
consensually took my book.
Oh my god. So let's sit down, have this mission briefing, Gavilon.
That are occurring.
Do you need help reading with sheet music illiterate?
No, I can read. I can read music.
You can actually, take it back.
I'm a bard.
So, guys, can we just have the meeting about this mission briefing?
No,
Why?
What's in it for me?
I don't know. Sure, why not?
Okay, Alexander, what's the plan?
Oh, Lord.
I don't actually have one of those. I was just gonna say we head to the place and we try and kill them before they finish the ritual. It
what are
seems
we-
to work pretty effectively.
So what are we out to kill?
The servants of the deity Nihil.
Yeah, what are they composed of? Do you have any idea?
Well, one of them's weird and can't die without good damage, and it seems like that's not even effective at times. And everything else seems to be a mix between tieflings and
Demons.
yeah, demons to weirdly aquatic humanoids.
How weirdly aquatic.
Oh.
Like touched by the plant. Yeah, actually, Alexander would just say, "You know what? I hate to do this. You see Chelsea there? That aquatic."
Oh, they are aquatic. I understand.
Okay. So we just.
Fucking Sahugan or what?
So we are just going to go brute force, and if anything goes wrong, we run. It is very simple, very effective. If everything about my scouting report is correct. So I'm going to group all of you up because we're going to a new map.
We spent far too long here, man. Why did you let me do all those stupid things?
Why did you want to do all those stupid things?
That could.
Yeah, so I let you. Because you wanted to.
I'm my own worst enemy.
Okay.
Bad kitty.
Okie dokie. We're gonna do... yeah. Sorry, let me move over to the map here. Why on earth did none of my changes stick? Is it a different map that I set all this up on, or?
Ask your mother. Oh God, my throat is killing me.
Ew.
Sorry.
Okay.
You really did get hit, didn't you?
Well, oh, I know what's going on. God damn it. So, let
Is
me...
it dynamic lighting?
Can you guys see the map?
Yeah. I think.
Yes.
There's not much of it, but I turned off the dynamic lighting.
Are you talking about the one with the blood on the floor? Oh God.
The people suddenly appeared.
Yeah, that's you guys. You see, I accidentally put everything on the dynamic lighting layer, which is why I couldn't see anything.
It's always the dynamic lighting, Matt.
Yeah,
We're
what is
fighting
it with
the
dynamic
Oni
lighting?
women again.
Oh my God.
So yes, this is what it looks like. This is the situation you're up against.
Nihil's here. Why is Nihil here? I hate her.
I can
Nihil looks and says, Oh, well, look who decided to show up.
Damn
Shiva.
it, you don't be. I thought I was being stealthy.
Yeah, there's too much light and too much darkness to contrast it. You guys get spotted as soon as you start running up here.
There's
And
huge lighting.
and Nihil says, Shiva, you know what I want you to do, so do it. And you don't spend too much time on this map, but you see Shiva pull out a scythe, slice this person in half, and then you feel very, very dizzy, and you close your eyes, and you wind up on a different map.
Is that this map?
No, that's not this map.
Are we going back to the dream world?
No, that's a bit worse.
Hey, it's our castle. It's my castle. It's not my castle because it was stolen from me.
Yeah, you notice something off about... Wait, why are you guys that small? Okay, 1 second.
Oh, we're very tiny. That's what I noticed.
We went into the Alice in Wonderland world. Okay. Interesting.
There's paper strewn all over the floor.
There's blood everywhere.
Yeah, there's like footprints of blood.
Is there a way that?
Yeah, you know what? Everybody, drag your token back on the board.
Alright.
Where exactly?
Here. 1 second. Here.
Alright.
Where is here? Do it again, please.
To the left, it's probably under your turn order. Where the blood trail starts.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Wow, this map is really zoomed in.
Thank you.
That's a tiny robot.
Yeah, I need to change its size. Ooh. Okay. Why are you doing this, Roll20?
There's paper strewn everywhere. And it's nighttime. Oh, it looks like someone broke a chair in one room. And the table, and the wall.
You don't see any of this yet, Gavilan, so hold your horses.
You asked me what looks weird.
No, I'm dealing with resizing tokens. And it already says it's at 2 squares per 2 squares.
Yeah, it fixed itself.
No, I fixed it. And finally, okay, so, very quickly, I would like all of you to make me a quick, perception check.
If it would load. Because I haven't popped this out into a separate menu yet. Ooh, down.
I don't feel so good.
Perceive. Nat 1.
Oh, nice.
What are we doing?
That's a good
Do
question.
a
What?
perception check if you can
We
see
are
anyone
doing
there.
perception checks very quickly.
Oh god.
You okay over there, old man?
Oh, I had a really bad coughing fit. I think it's too much worse. I might duck out for the night. But I'm gonna try to power through a bit more.
I have been powering through. I just mute my mic.
You don't sound as bad as the old man, I don't think.
Do you not hear my fucking hoarse voice?
I thought it was off.
What are we doing? Perception
The
stuff.
perception?
Okay.
Because all of you just got teleported.
We did.
I click
Oh
the
my God.
perception, and then I click the perception.
Are you saying we haven't always been in the blood-filled remnants of our home?
Well, you don't see the blood-filled, you just see a trail of bloody footprints.
The blood-filled
What if
trail in the front of our home.
The blood on the dance floor.
What
Nice.
Don't worry, the DC was so low that all of you who rolled not once just failed. Look up at the sky, and you realize there is some weird shit going on with the sky. Like, it looks like the sky's on fire.
That's fucking awesome.
it's Sky Igniter?
Yeah, hey, yeah, that makes sense. It's the Sky Igniter. We found it. Guys, we did it.
Is the sun always on fire, though?
It's nighttime. It's dark. The sky is on fire.
If it's dark and the sky is on fire, I don't think that's how
Alarm
it works.
running a clip.
Yeah, how's it dark if the sky's on fire, Matt? It should be really bright out.
People like you are idiots. Oh, God.
Well, that's a good question. Why don't some of you who are expert in Arcana, nature, religion, or anything along those lines make one of those checks? Only if you're expert.
I'm not
Wait,
expert.
is there kind of nature or deception?
Arcana, nature, occultism.
Oh boy. Beetlejuice. Oh baby. I feel like shit. Oh. Oh god. Oh lordy, everyone's getting low dice today.
Would I have to be
So,
expert?
what am I rolling? Arcana?
If you are expert in Arcana.
I am master in Arcana.
That'd probably be a good idea.
Is Master better than Expert?
Wow.
It's the same DC, which 2 people managed to make at least. Seth, do you want to roll your Arcana?
I'm only trained in it, but okay.
Wait, really?
Matt, you got a 7, I got a 6, and we got the same roll.
Nope.
Nice.
Yeah, no, I'm only trained in Arcana.
Well, in that case,
you did it. You beat the game.
so, Aldous and Matt would realize something. You guys, you two are under the, belief that this is the apocalypse.
The apocalypse. Ooh, it's the apocalypse.
I don't really think we need to check for that. The sky's on fire.
Not so typically the apocalypse is thought of Rovagug breaking out of his prison. This ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. That's not what's going on here.
Oh no!
If you fail, you think everything's fine that the sky's on fire.
You see it, but you don't see anything deeper. Alexander saw a 32, and if you rolled above a 20 on your perception check, you would see the holy symbol of Nihil in the sky.
Okay, that's more like it.
Yeah.
The holy symbol of nipple. Oh no.
So,
That nipple bitch is boring. What are you doing, cat? Go away.
So, why don't you make me a another Arcana or Nature, whatever magical tradition check you want. This time you only need to be trained.
Okay. Nice. Nice one.
Trained? I'm trained in occultism, I think.
Ninja.
Am I,
Nin motherfuckers.
what's better? Oh my god, my Arcana and my occultism is pretty much the same. Shit.
Oh, nice. Rock hole. That's a lot of damage.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, Gavilan surprisingly got this.
Huzzah!
Wait, we need to make occultism?
Any magical tradition check. So Arcana
Surprise-
also works.
I'm the
If
one that
that's-
tried
Arcana too?
trained last time.
Oh
So,
my fucking god, damn.
Matt, Chelsea Ocean, and Gavilan are the only people to put together what is going on. This is an illusion. A very weird one. Matt
the
would get
dream
more
world again.
specifics. It's not the dream world. This is completely different, believe it or not. This is worse. This is a...
The future!
This is, actually, that might be a decent description of what you are seeing. This is how you are trapped in a vision of how Nihil sees the future.
The future!
So, in particular, you have this feeling that you need to clear out your base and then face another foe in the process of doing that.
Oh, how great.
Yes.
Well, that shouldn't be.
I mean,
There's
how
like
do I-
8 of us.
do you actually see some of them at the moment?
No.
Okay, well, why don't those of you who are trained in stealth and trained in perception try and peek through the gate here?
We could just look through the window.
Yeah, you could do that too.
Standing right in front of.
Yeah, you guys are a bit below it.
Am I?
I mean, you guys are basically dropped on the floor looking up at the moment and realize that you're going to have to be a bit quiet about how you get up.
Ooh, I hope we fight zombie versions of ourselves. That would be fun.
No, that would be awful.
Why? Make witty remarks about myself.
I mean,
I
yeah,
got a
you
nat 20 on that stealth.
Well, you would get 2 areas revealed to you at the moment. Revealing enemies that are within your line of sight of those perception checks.
Hey, that's the woman that was cut in half.
Journeyman got a 16.
That is just a Nihil cloistered cleric. There's a lot of them.
And that one's blue. And that one's red. I don't know what that one is.
So, the window, probably not the best place to try and start this from. Because there's a lot of them in that room. So, at this point, you can go about how you want to proceed this. What is your guys' plan of action here?
So, there's some Nihil boyos here. Some Nihil boyos here.
That's all you can see for the moment.
And
Well, there's a window in the courtyard, so...
there's windows over here on this little patio, too.
Okay.
Maybe we should sneak around to see what our advantage is.
Yeah.
Which direction are you going? Clockwise or counterclockwise?
I was thinking south.
Okay. So I will reveal some more things to you as you're able to sneak around the exterior for a bit.
Okay. So.
We're
And you
gonna
get...
be here a while.
Oh, yes, there's another weird thing. Why don't you all make me, and this is such a low DC, I'm gonna have you roll it just to see if any of you crit fail. For the magical people in this group, why don't you roll me some, perception checks? Actually, you know what? All of you would be able to realize this. Yeah, there's something really weird about spells in this area.
Oh, that's
Nat
even
20.
better.
How do I put this? You know how there should be a limit on the amount of spells you get in a day?
No, usually we forget about that and just means we won't.
I actually do keep track of that for you. Yeah,
Darn.
you do not feel such limitations in whatever this is.
Is there any way?
So there's two things about that. By the way, I need to move all of you because you do trigger.
Wait, isn't there illusion magic or whatever?
Yeah, this is pretty powerful illusion magic. It's.
But
Okay.
I just wanna ask, like, is this also an illusion? Like, we're casting magic missile, but we're out of spell slots, so we replace the magic missiles with like forks and knives, and we start throwing them at each other. Is that what's gonna happen?
So I guess a good way of explaining the inspiration for this.
Oh, I was just making a joke.
I mean, no, it's not. That's not illusion magic. You are under a completely new subset of illusion magic. This is a fake world hypothesis spell. It is a mythic level spell, and it is showing you a scenario of a world as Nihil deems it to be. Nihil granted Shiva the magic to do this, and quite simply put, your lack of needing to not use spell. Basically, there is not limits to spells because this is how Nihil views the end. So basically, yeah, you don't have a limit to the amount of spells you can use, because this is gonna either take a while or you're going to get the full effect of the madness. So at this point, I need to pull up more sheets on my end of things, because there's no wall there. You might have noticed that a bit too late.
I did notice that a bit too late.
A wall where?
Exactly.
In front of us?
There is no wall there in front of you. So you just
Oh.
walked right into eyesight. And you know, it's like Pokemon battles. When an enemy NPC and a player character meet eyes, they must battle.
Oh wait, wrong song.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Did you just go into the James Bond theme song out of nowhere?
That's the Mission Impossible music.
Ah, fuck. Like, I don't know either.
No,
James
dude,
Bond is or something like that.
What, am I taking a music theory course or something?
No, James
Jesus
Bond is
Christ.
Christmas time is
That's Alvin and the Chipmunks.
No. I actually know this. It's do 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 do. God dang it.
dun 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 dun
Dun
dun
dun dun dun dun
dun
dun.
No, that no,
dun,
that's
dun,
Indiana Jones. It's
Oh my.
so there are some new enemy NPCs here, as you might have noticed by the initiatives being rolled.
So this is Nihil's dream world.
This is how Nihil envisions her apocalypse going.
Well, I imagine she envisions hers as winning, so how can we possibly win against her?
Well, your goal is not to win, it's to survive. This is how Nihil is trying to kill you at the moment. Remember,
Well,
you pissed her off. She's actually trying to kill
Run
you.
away.
What?
Why don't we just run away then?
Well, there's a time limit to this challenge. If you don't meet the time limit, you die.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's sexy. Great.
That's nice.
Just rolled a nat 20.
That really, I rolled a nat 20 on initiative. Wow.
Oh boy.
25.
And that's also part of the reason why I gave you a... Well, also because that is part of Nihil's apocalypse.
Where is
Magic going completely haywire is on point.
Oh, right. you go.
Oh, looks like a wild magic storm's like approaching.
Oh, I'm still enfeebled.
How do I bring my character token out?
Oh, you didn't put it down?
No, I've been coughing off and on. I have to get
I'll get it for
Okay.
you. Well, actually, you click on your character's name and then drag it onto the board.
Okay. That doesn't work.
Could you add that initiative, Matt?
Does that
What?
mean he gets unlimited key points?
Well, focus points don't matter.
That didn't work.
You don't even have to refocus. However, there are ramifications for using spells that you don't have spell slots for. And I will explain that very quickly. You know how flat-footed you only lose 2 AC?
Okay, this is...
Kinda, maybe, not really.
Okay, imagine having your AC.
Imagine having your AC. Imagine having an AC.
No,
Any wizards?
having.
Oh, there we go.
Having. You know, like, take your AC, slice it in half. That is your penalty if you use a spell slot more. It lasts for until your next round in initiative.
There
So you can use it to, you know, kill things and then get out of combat, and the effect ends. And let's see, who do I not have? I do not have Germana. And I do not have Heather Morgan. I don't even have her sheet open, jeez. That's disrespectful. Do any of you have a feat to detect magic for free?
No.
I highly doubt that.
Do any of you have detect magic?
I do not.
I think only MemeName has that.
I thought I had it. Wait, hold on. Do I? No, I don't. I thought my old character. Never mind. I have identify magic.
Okay, so Germana would give you this warning as combat fight starts. One of us has a weird aura emanating from them, Stay next to that person and you might avoid any negative side effects of this. And part of the mechanic of this entire scenario, is you guys sort of have to figure out who she's talking about now. Because she's also not really sure who it is, and since she's the only one with Identify Magic, or not Detect Magic, she's really the only one who can ping it and try and figure out the source of it. It's abjuration magic, by the way, is another thing she'd tell you. So, Matt...
Abby,
Is that...
Abby.
Oh?
Abjuration, that be.
Matt will move to here. And he will Spell Strike with a Hydraulic Push of 4th level.
That's nice.
Oh wow. I don't think that's a crit, unfortunately.
Ouch.
Yeah. I'm gonna decrease their AC. This is a bit much.
What are these red guys?
The red people.
Those are known as the Guardians of Eden, but you'll need to pass a society check in order to find out more.
I know the red women are Onis or whatever.
Okay.
Technically those are supposed to be tieflings.
Oh.
Yeah.
I could have played
Oh,
They are pictures of Oni, but like those are tieflings mechanically.
For Oni, is this playable race? I would have taken that.
No, Oni is not a playable race yet. Might be in the future. So that is a nice 12 plus 2 plus 1 plus 34. So I just realized the next third order also requires me to do math. So this cloistered cleric here, let me pull up their sheet. It's fine, it's fine. So this cloistered cleric here is going to cast harm on Alvis. This is a 4th level harm. It does 4d10.
It does a lot of ouch damage. Roll an ouch check to see if you.
So I'm going to need a fort save, Alvis.
30.
That's a regular success, so you take 13 damage.
Oof. Nice.
Go on.
Yes, alright. Well. Performance?
Mm-hmm. That's a crit success at this level.
Inspire courage. Inspire defense.
How would we concede?
What?
Talking with something.
And on the top, red dude, I'm going to fire my gun.
Okay. You still have another action after that. Do you want to try a Phantasmal Killer, or...?
You know what? Sure, I'll do a Phantasmal Killer instead, since I have an unlimited amount of those.
Remember, there is a downside, but you are not at that point yet. So that's a will save. Yeah. 8 crit succeeded.
I should have shot my gun, Matt.
I forgot. These aren't the ones that have a negative wisdom modifier. That's my bad.
Well,
That's
the
3
teeth.
actions. So the War Priest is going to... You know what? She's gonna come up to Alexander. She's gonna... Please tell me I put Channel Smite into this thing sheet. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
Use your munchkin powers. You can do it.
Oh my god.
Christmas time is here.
Sure. Oh, there it comes.
Old people.
I love being sick.
That is a hit on Alexander.
Hit or miss. Never kiss.
And it does a bit over half its health.
It does all the damage, baby. Woo.
The blue one's turn.
Blue balls.
Let's see.
Bluey the dog.
It is going to attempt a tumble through on Matt.
Golly.
Back it.
If this thing has Vexing Tumble, it does not get an attack of opportunity on it. That's
Smack
the
it.
wrong. What?
You have magic. Do it.
It's more of a bitch slap to me.
Bitch slap him so hard he stops.
Well, that's a critical success. There's no additional effect to it. But moves behind. Well, not there. Moves there. Gets panache and will make a strike at Matt from behind with flanking, and that's a regular hit. So that is 17. And this is the one down here, so this Guardian of Eden here is going to move up to here, and it will make a power attack on Gavilan. 36 against your AC, Gavilan.
Yeah, I don't think we. I think we'll just call that a critical hit and not even check.
Okay, 48 damage. Slashing.
Wait, actually, with my +1 defense, I have a 26.
Yep, that's a crit.
So I'll just take 21 damage.
No. 10 above exactly. That's 48, Gavilan.
I thought we did critical as 10 plus.
10 plus your AC. What is 26 plus 10?
No, I thought it was like 20. That'd be 31.
No. Doubling. Oh, right. We do doubling regular damage on a crit. That's true, but this one has deadly dice, so we actually use the second number.
Okay, guys, that took more than half my health away.
Oh.
I hope you like Healing Word.
I think they're all going to be doing that to me.
Alexander will pull out the arquebus and shoot at the one that just channeled smited him. And that is... What is the War Priest looking like in terms of AC?
I just noticed all the fighters are in the back
That's a
row.
regular hit. That thing will take... Oh god, I forgot how bad guns are without their getting a crit.
Of course.
So that's 8 damage. Alvis, it's your turn. Oh wait, did you roll initiative yet?
It was 16 or something.
Oh yeah, it was. Okay.
Pretty low on there.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm pretty far back, so I'm going to take out, or well, I'm gonna pew the guy behind Matt. 17, does that hit?
No, it does not.
What can I do with overdrive? By the way, it does.
It increases your damage and your it increases your AC and your construct's damage.
All right, so that's a crafting check, right?
Yup. Well, geez, that's a crit success.
Crit success. Nat 20. Hell yeah.
So you get your full int to AC for about a minute, and your construct gets your full int to its damage for about a minute.
Cool, and that's how many actions I've taken now?
Oh, that is 2.
I guess I'll move up.
Do you have to command your construct?
No, that's a free action because of Clockwork Celerity.
Awesome.
So I'll go over here. If I move into range here, will he get an op on me?
He will choose not to take one.
Alright, and then that's his mistake. And then my construct is going to take his Thresher on the same person.
Okay.
24, does that hit?
That is with flanking, so yes, that'll hit.
So that 17 is now a 21.
Oh, right. So that is another 4 points there, so...
And then he's going to attack with Sickle. 17, does that hit?
No? Nope, that'll miss.
Okay. And then it's my turn.
Let's see. Heather is going to make a quick knowledge check and act together in the process to have Lucy attack this thing. So, knowledge check. This is religion in this case. Heather realizes something important. And, she is going to pass this along to... she is going to pass this along to everyone else, which is negative healing on everything aside from us. And then she will give Gavilan a level 3, or does she have 4th level spells? Forgot.
Oh yeah, infinite healing. We have that.
Yeah, you do. Level 3 heal.
Not
So
bad.
no, she has 4th level heal, so that would be 4d8. So 18 healing to you, plus another 4 times 8 is 32. So you get a whole 50 points back.
Well,
The other thing is all these things take negative or positive damage, or positive energy is damage.
That's a...
Yeah, this is so
how that works.
she and then of course Lucy would get an attack here, so let's pull up the sheet.
Remember your +1s.
What type of damage does this do? Oh right, this does positive damage. So that is a hit on that thing, I believe. Actually, let me check.
Of course, it's a
barely
whip
hit.
she's a Callistrian.
Yeah, she's a Callistrian angel. That's positive damage. Which those Guardians of Eden take a bit more from that. So, and then, so, the other thing that's near Matt will make a power attack on him.
Oh god.
which will hit, but not critically hit, for 24. And then it will make and then it will it'll move to here. And Spellblade.
All right. Let's see. So. Oh God. So we got these two right here, right?
So these two red ones, this one and this one.
Is there a way that I could hit him with telekinetic projectile?
Oh yeah, totally.
Please don't fail me.
That's a hit. Which one, actually?
Hey!
Which one is it? Which one are you attacking?
I'm attacking this thing.
That is a good choice. That's a hit there. You should have... No, you don't have that high of a level of spells yet, so... That's, and,
I have only one action left, I'll just do the dagger.
Okay, with the second attack penalty, that will hit on the same one, so that's another 9 damage, so it's at 60 health.
Hey, nice.
Nice. And then, let's see. Yeah! Kelsey reads the room and realizes everything in this sort of scenario is damaged by healing.
We already knew that.
Oh right, that's Lucy, not... Yes, but what she's going to do is a 4th level 3 action heal. So that is 4d10, or 4d8 with her, yep. And then, so everything needs to make me a fort save. You know what? For my brain and my brain alone, I'm going to Absalom Initiation this particular part of this. They're just going to be assumed to fail, but not crit fail.
I just took a closer look at Alvis's construct. Is it made of wood?
Is it?
It looks like it.
That's just an image I made, or not made. I got off of Google.
Oh, you
Look at
bought-
the
I made the token,
You
but
commissioned it off of Google.com.
no, I made the token, but I got the image from something off of Google when I looked up Golem.
Original.
This thing is wooden.
I mean, it has wood on it. Yeah, that's what it looks like, but I don't know
token,
if it's
not
made
steel.
completely out of wood in character. I mean, Alvis doesn't look like that either.
Hey, Monk, have haste from the Elven Wizard.
Ooh.
That gives you an additional action you can use only to move or strike. And they put that particular wording in there so wizards can't use 2 spells in 1 turn.
I kind of figured that. You give a wizard a haste and he's got you got a machine gun fireball bullshit. Oh god.
Wizard gets haste. Wizard uses the haste to cast another haste. The wizard uses the haste to cast another
you
haste.
can't stack haste.
Oh, I found it. It's the robot.
Those DMs are going to.
But hear me out, Matt. Hear me out, Matt.
We're not playing much.
Once you got about 10 rounds worth of haste and you're on your last hit point as a wizard, just let loose all your magic missiles. You know.
Oh, if you have them do haste too much, you can just have them have a heart attack if they've got 1 health left.
And actually, they will use a 4th level magic missile, so I need to roll 1 additional thing with that since it's the 1 action. So
Magic miss.
7. Well, Doc, you have haste.
Yes, I got an extra action. Good. All right. This thing right there. It's an enemy, right?
Which one? Can you ping it?
Uh,
Yeah, that one is an enemy.
Ah, perfect. Is that the one that Seth was beating the shit out of, or would that be that one?
That was the red one. I mean, yeah. So you can move.
Here.
Yeah, you would get there with 1 action. Yeah, you could do that with 1 action.
There's the one there.
There's one there, but you would, yeah, so there's one there. You're providing 2 flanks, except the gunslinger doesn't benefit from a flank, because he's using a gun.
Oh, guess what, Caterpillar? You can actually buy a model of this thing.
So this thing right here is, are these both enemies? There?
Yeah, no, the guy, but, so, you have a flank with this one, because this one's an ally.
Okay, so we can...
So the red one here.
There.
Also, you might notice something about the red ones wearing armor. They're your people. They're just hellish for some reason.
Oh, lizard folk. Good.
Tiefling lizard
Finally.
folk.
Something I can kill without feeling bad.
Yeah, also, they aren't wearing a holy symbol of Nihil, or only a holy symbol of Nihil. They're also wearing a holy symbol of the Father of Giants.
So if they are going to be, I didn't mean there. If there were, I didn't. God damn it!
You accidentally keep stumbling into other places.
Yeah, if they're lizard folk there, I'll just.
Oh no, they are. Yeah, no, they are totally hostile, and they don't look like they're sentient. Actually.
I'll just start. Oh, wait, let me see if my healer's glove can do anything. I don't think it can. I think it's got something against working against undead. If that's the case, then I might go to town with that thing. Check.
I
But it's not.
mean,
They just
you
got
could move into a space where you have 2 flanks, which would be nice.
in an area with 2 flanks or not?
You technically you provide 1 flank there, which is actually fine because, yeah, either way you want to go about it. Are you wanting to attack a lizard folk?
Yeah, probably. Where
Okay.
Like right here, I'm guessing.
The 2 flank would be where you were standing. Just yeah, there's 2 flanks there you provide.
And, if there's like a mage or something that would, which is this one of these gunslinger?
No, you have this one is a well. You've not done a knowledge check on any of these things. However, you know this one is a war priest because you guys have succeeded that check before. It's just a stronger variant of something you faced before.
Focus on beating the ever-loving shit out of that thing. I'm gonna do a flurry of blow. How do I do?
It's 2 attacks with 1 action. So 1 attack, the number 1 attack and the number 2 attack button. But which one are you targeting? The one you don't know, or the war priest? Okay.
So I'm probably gonna do 6, like shambling strike. Then I do number 2, right?
Yep. Do you want to hero point that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first one's only okay. So the first one hits. The second one's a miss. I actually have to check something very quickly to see if it's crit miss.
Right.
I'm back.
You are lucky that is not a crit miss. So,
do that, and then I can do a 3rd hit. Right?
Yep.
And
that's a hit. So roll the damage.
There we go.
That war priest is dead.
Good. First kill.
Yep.
For them.
I just realized that. Oh right, the Cloistered Cleric didn't move for a reason.
Okay, I can't harm undead with this healing, so I wouldn't be able to use the healer's glove. Alright, never mind.
I just gotta do a nice little portal spell strike.
It basically
Yes.
lets you punch things from far away, right?
Well, it's expending 2 actions to use the spell strike as part of that portal strike, which, according to a venture captain locally, that was something I was able to do. So, venture captains tend to speak on behalf of, well, long story short, that is supposedly how it should work, but it's how we run it because venture captain approval, but, you know.
And that kind of sounds like I'd do it. Will look cool.
And then 4th level hydraulic push. So that is... How much health does these cloistered... Oh, wow. I forgot. Clerics are like the bulky spellcaster.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Thank you.
Well, these things have the same hit die as what Matt does, so this thing has as much health as Matt does.
How much health does your character have?
92.
Oh, you're weaker than me.
You also have more damage per class level, so that's to be expected, unfortunately.
The week.
So you aren't the metagamer. Okay, never mind. I take it back. You are no longer Munchkin. You are Proto Munchkin. Not whenever everyone.
Old people.
What did I give this Cloistered Cleric in terms of... Oh, wow. What does this thing here?
Oh, lordy.
Yeah, not worth it. This thing will do another 2-action harm on Alvis.
I really don't like it.
So that is 17 pending a fort save on Alvis's part.
Alright.
Actually, before you roll that fort save, that actually triggers an op. So let me see if this op disrupts it first. No, it does take 18 damage, but no op disrupting.
28.
Actually, it would take 28. So that is a success. So you take, I think it's 8.
Mm-hmm.
Gavilon. 8.
Right, well. This time, do they have attack of opportunity?
Depends upon which one you're talking about. But you also have not rolled a knowledge check on any of these, so yeah, you're not sure.
Well, they probably do. So, the one closest to me, I'm going to shoot with my long airy feeder.
That also triggers an op.
What? Hitting him?
Ranged attacks trigger ops.
I'm right next to him.
Yep. You are using a ranged weapon. Surprisingly, that's how that works.
That's silly, but okay.
It is silly. I do agree with you, but it is a weird part. And those are the ones that will use attack of opportunity reactions. You are, and that is a miss.
I answered my question.
I mean, there's another reaction some of these things have that's even worse. 23 does not meet your AC, so that's 2 misses. You fire the gun at him, and he swings and misses.
Elf long.
Oh, embarrassing.
These things were used to worship a demon lord. So, also let's try and spice things up a bit.
Yeah. Oh, fun.
I mean,
All right.
Gavilon, you could try another
Alright.
phantasmal killer.
Yeah, alright, I'll try a Phantasmal Killer on one of the tieflings.
Okay.
Which one? Where are they?
They're the ones that you can do it on the one that just opt you, because that's the tiefling.
Oh, what were the other things?
Oh, there was another tiefling, but that's dead.
Oh, well, he's gonna pass it, I think.
So you want to
But
try it against? Do you want to try it against the knight of Shiva's guard or the cloistered cleric?
I'll try it against the blue woman.
That's dude, and that. What is your DC? I actually have to check that because I think that's right, but damn. Like, I'm not even doubting that's wrong because I don't think you know how to
If fails, it dies.
Yeah, so let me. No, that. Wow. Okay, you got expert, right. So yeah, it must make a fort save. Oh boy. It still takes 12d6 mental damage.
I'll roll that.
Okay.
12d6. Okay, here's 5. Here's another 5, and here's 2.
So, and is it frightened for? Huh.
That's a good spell, Matt. I'm glad you recommended that. No, you did. I chose that because I thought it was funny.
I actually did recommend that.
I'm glad you recommended that, Matt.
Yeah. My character wouldn't use that because he has a problem with those types of spells, but...
That's 40 damage.
Oh, thank goodness, you did the math for me after I already did the math. That is 40 damage, and it's frightened for. So, holy shit, you monster. Actually, wait, it would have been frightened for... Wait. You know what? I'm just going to give you the effect as if it was frightened for before it attempted that save. It instantly dies. I don't think that's how that actually works, but there's a lot of this to do, so... the one that took an op on you just saw you just devastate that guy, so he's going to try another power attack on you.
What, again?
Well, that's a crit. So, 44 damage. 44. We're using... Oh, right. This has deadly dice. You're right. That is 50. But you got healing last turn of... I think you got...
I had full health, and I'm down to 35.
How much health do you have?
85.
Oh, how much are you down to?
35.
Oh, okay. Cool.
We better level up after this. We've been level 7 for a long time.
Unfortunately, I did not get permission to level you guys up after this. Well, Jesus goodness, that's a crit on the cleric, and that thing is dead.
It's gonna be a +1.
I like how it's a 5 damage.
Yeah, guns like the Arquebus are horrible until they crit. Elvis.
There's nobody here. I mean, there's these 2 people, but we've just gotten back to my turn in the turn order.
You got that thing.
I also have to roll a couple more initiatives.
Or more again.
Well, it's only a matter of time before these rooms pick up on, you know, the gunshots.
That boyo is flat-footed.
Yep.
And then Alvis...
So now he can't take attacks of opportunity, because you can't op when you're flat-footed. Fun fact.
Ha ha ha. Well then, Alvis is gonna pull a crafting check to tamper with his weapon. That one.
What does a crit failure do to you?
I forget.
Can you ping the thing?
Do. Tamper. critical failure or tampering backfires, dramatically creating a small explosion from your tools. You take fire damage equal to your level. My level is 7, but I get how much fire resistance? 2 plus half my level, so I get 5, so I only take like 2 points of damage.
Oh, I see. So in that case,
Well, I guess there's only one more thing to do. My paw's axe. Does that hit him?
that is a miss.
Oh, alright. Well, I guess I end my turn. Oh, wait, no. Ha ha ha. I get to move this bad boy. Now, oh. Please, roll 20. Here, and then I get to pull up his sheet, and then Thresher to the guy in front of him. 15. That does not hit.
Yep.
Alright, that ends my turn.
So Heather and her Eidolon will act together. Her Eidolon will make another strike with her whip at one of those things. That misses. Oh, wait, no, that's the wrong back row. Still, that hits. So 11. So, and then Heather's using a 3-action heal as well for 4th level, so that's 4d8. So 17. Assume they fail, but not crit fail, so that's 39. And, so this one, is flat-footed. You've taken away both the ops on those. It is gonna try and hit the construct with power attack. Does that hit the construct? Alvis, does that hit the construct?
24?
Yep.
Fuck, it's been so long since the construct has ever been targeted. Yeah, that hits.
Let me make sure the construct's level is right. Yep, it is, so that is indeed a hit. So it will take 31 slashing damage. And it will make one more strike at you, Alvis. And a 21 misses, so... Seth!
Oh boy. Can I attack? Okay. Can I attack this guy from this square? Close range?
There's no one in that square. Oh, from this square, close range. Yeah, there you can attack this guy from that square.
Alright, so... Oh my god, why the fuck is it freaking out?
Let's change the song.
Okay, can you not freak out? Okay, there we go. So I move there, and I use the, I guess I use my rapier.
Okay,
Here you go.
that'll miss.
Oh, God's sake.
You still have an action left.
I'll try again.
Okay. That'll also miss.
Ah.
So this is... He is going to storm through this door and get to about here. And that's his entire turn. That's not... Please tell me I didn't close that. Okay, cool. So Chelsea will do a 3-action Scorching Ray at 4th level, so that is additional. So and all of them miss. Germana will turn to Alvis and also give Alvis haste.
How long does haste last for?
A minute.
Okay, it's like 10 things.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, yep.
Cool.
You don't have a flank there, by the way. Nobody has a reach weapon, and you're not directly across. The only person you're across the square from is
Does
Alexander.
Against these things.
These things don't have. So
Okay.
silver, you said?
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, one of these people would make a check on these things, and believe it or not, any knowledge check works. So we'll make an Arcana check on this. Yeah, these things actually have weakness to cold iron, not silver, because they're devils.
I'd be more than willing.
Or
to...
demons. Sorry.
Okay, so that means.
Oh, my paw's axe is silver.
Yeah, no, they don't have weakness to silver. They have weakness to cold iron. Yeah, because they're demons.
Yeah, I'd be chucking a shit ton of darts at these fucking things. Alright. Alright, Shambling Strike. And then I will do +3, right?
2. 2.
2. And
Both of those are misses.
Oh, wonderful. And that ends it. Wait, no, I've got haste. Let me get +3.
Yep.
Alright.
And technically you can make 2 of those 3 attacks. When...
I think any of those hit.
Yeah, none of those hit.
Wonderful.
How many? Okay, so... So, no one's there to provide... You have a whip claw, right, Seth?
Yes, I do.
Would you have that drawn at the moment?
If you want.
Because that has reach, so this would be with flank if that's drawn.
I can have it at reach.
Well, do you have it out? Not, do you have it at reach? Oh, wait, it's a crit. A 34 is a crit with flat-footed if you have it out, so... You know what? You're a dual wielder, so yeah, no, you would have that out. So that's... half its health.
Is it like a chain claw or something?
Oh, whip claws, yeah, it's like a chain claw, so, that's, that's half its health in that hydraulic push there. And knocking it prone, too.
Right.
Well, so this Cloistered Cleric will spend all 3 of its actions to get to here. And this one will spend all 3 of its actions to get to here. Gavilon.
Yes.
It is your move.
So it appears blinking causes an attack of opportunity, so I won't do that.
No, these things, the things by you don't have ops anymore because they're flat-footed.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to try to shoot it again.
You can take your statty rapier and poke it in the eye.
Oh, that's right, I sharpened that thing.
Oh, make it useful.
No, the
Yeah.
long arrow repeater would do more damage if it hit.
Oh.
And it does not, unfortunately. But you could try a spell.
You know which one. You already know which one. Wait, what's this do? When did I get this?
What is what?
Reading.
Why don't you ping it and I'll tell you what it does.
I'm reading.
Let the illiterate.
Cool. I'm going to use suggestion.
What are you going to suggest this thing do?
Attack its friend.
You know what? It's paranoid enough that it will have to make that save.
No.
Oh, God. That is like the worst outcome. This thing will take all of its actions to get to here.
Well, I'm glad I didn't use Phantasmal Killer. I don't like these things and they will saves.
And this thing will do a power attack on Seth. 29 against your AC.
I have 25.
Remember, you have
so-
plus-
Yep, that is 22 damage.
Okay.
And this one has enough movement speed that it can get to here, have a flank, and make a nice strike at Seth.
Alright.
Well, actually, sorry, that's the wrong macro, because that's a completely separate thing. Here's the right
Oh,
macro.
damn.
That was worse. So that is a crit for 34 on you.
Ouch.
Wait, what's that?
It was a crit for 34 on you. 34 damage, yep.
All in total
Alexander...
or just for individually?
Total. So the first one... the first attack you got was 22, and then this one did 34. So you've taken 58 damage.
50?
Oh, 56. Yeah, 56 is right.
56.
And then he is going to reload his gun, and then he'll fire at the thing that just came running in. Oh, crit damage. I love you. While I'm doing... And he will make a bayonet strike with his third action. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's 38. So, Alvis.
Oh, cats.
No. Caterpillar. Your turn.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. I didn't even realize I was muted.
Join the club. I've done that several times. I've gotten angry because I thought people were ignoring me.
So now I'm the one who's flat-footed. This is a
Yeah,
flat-foot
Yeah, it's flat-foot-ception. That is indeed the best way of putting it.
Couldn't you have the robot take your actions for you?
Not all of them. So
Could you have the robot pick you up? Make you not...
I get cover if I sit inside of it. It's lesser
Iron
cover.
Man.
You have to take an action for that, though.
Yeah, no. But if I raise my shield and I get lesser cover. I'm just kidding.
You also save.
I'm just gonna keep attacking the guy in between me and Angel Bitch.
Okay.
My paw's axe.
That is a hit for 12.
Ouchie.
I'm gonna try to tamper with his weapon again.
Okay. That's against
that's
reflex
25.
DC. So, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. That is just barely a success.
All
Well,
right.
At least you don't have
Well,
to take
he has
two fire damage.
well, I mean, fire damage doesn't
I'm just laughing.
Fucking
This is
hell.
like 2 fire damage.
So, he will take -1 to his attack rolls with the weapon unless he takes an action to fix it, correct?
I think it's -2.
Uh,
Yeah, it takes a -2 circumstance penalty to attack rolls and damage rolls with that weapon.
Until it interacts to remove it. So,
Well, that's on a crit success.
alright.
It'll go up after this turn, and my construct is going to switch gears and attack the person behind me because it's a loyal boy. Thresher, 25. Does that hit?
No. Those things are weird.
Can he push it away?
Those attacks do not appear to have, well, yes, but that's also an athletics check with the attack trait, so it'd have -5.
21.
That's a 23, actually.
23.
Which does not beat its fort DC.
Dang. Oh well.
If you did that first, it would have beaten its fort DC, though. So, you found the DC, is what I'm telling you. And then we have another 3 action for... Yep. So, 19 to everyone, and everything else takes 19 damage. Okay, so I'm going to do something Will doesn't do, typically, in the interest of time. We're going to end this part of the chaos. I will say that for this final fight here, you probably would have gone through all your actual spell slots today, which isn't the biggest of deal. You would not have figured out the thing that you would not have figured out the magical aura or who is giving off the magical aura. And as you re-enter this room, we will be face to face with the boss. And you remember the negative side effect to using a spell at this point.
No.
You have unlimited spells. The downside is that this thing, the downside is that you also, okay. Sorry, 1 second. The downside is that you have your armor cut in half for using them. Unless you are by whatever one of you is giving off a strange aura.
Cool.
You do not know who that is, so you will have to do this fight trial and error. And I am pulling up the sheets that I shouldn't have put away, but did. And to those of you who were there for the session where you fought Shiva, that looks like the anti-paladin that was guarding the relic that held her memories.
So do we have to roll for initiative?
Yes, you do. I should also mention there's a time limit to this fight as well.
Once again, I'm in the front.
No. You can arrange yourself however you please. Oh, God. What happened, roll 20? Roll 20, you've betrayed me. I have to open up all those character sheets again.
Ah, come on. 20. Wait, did I? Yeah. I have to use the can real quick.
Yeah, we'll take a 15, because this boss will be the last thing we do.
I was gonna say, if you just want to take over for a sec, prioritize healing and...
Yeah, we are gonna take a 15, yeah.
Oh my
back.
god.
Yeah. Don't thank me. Thank my good friend Core, who is one of my regulars at my society tables. So this thing is not going for a while. Jeez, Matt
Put
gets a
a
chance
note in
before
chat.
him. Teleportation, teleportation and spell strike here. I actually have to see if that hits. Yeah, I'm going to do something here, because this fight will be hell if I don't. So that would have hit either way, but yeah, that's too high of an AC for a boss when you guys are going to be having your AC quite significantly, or quite a lot. So that is a hit, and that will do a 4th level hydraulic push for 13, 14, 47, and 49, so Heather will delay, so Gavilon.
Okay. So it's just these big fella.
Just this big fella here.
I'm going to go on a limb and say magic missile's not going to work.
No,
But
no, that would work.
oh, excuse me, phantasmal killer.
You would be surprised.
I would. Well, I'll give it a shot.
Well, that's a failure, not a crit failure, though. Thank God.
Alright. Well, frightened 2
Mm-hmm.
and 8d6. That's a 27 right there.
So that is 27. Yep.
And I don't have to worry about my AC because he's a melee man.
Oh, right. I also should mention that hydraulic push moved him 5 feet, so. Heather. Heather will, do a. You know what? Heather will cast, Sanctuary on herself. And then she will guidance, Seth, and Goldar will he will he'll use enlarge on himself.
Oh boy.
And he'll take a swing at the person who should have a lowered AC at this point. That'll hit. And we'll move to Seth. Seth, it's your turn.
Alright, let's do a... Wait, god damn it, move out of the way so I can see. So I guess I'll... Can I go in for a sneak attack, or is that not possible?
You would have to get a flank, so you'd have to move to here.
Okay.
But
Alright, so I want to do a flank.
Yep. And then you
with
can...
the-
Yep, but you also have to hit it with an attack. That's an additional 2d6 when you hit it with an attack, though. Should be at this level anyways.
So, here you go.
Oh yeah, there 2d6 are already put on that macro, so it's 13, 26. Wait a second. Yep, that hits. Because of fear, that
wait.
hits, so that is 24 actually, so...
And how many actions do I have left?
You still have one action left.
Just a precaution. Shield.
Okay. So... Alexander will move. Alexander will, make a arquebus strike on him. That'll hit for 12. You know what? This guy's like the most underwhelming boss here. If you had haste at the beginning of the last fight, just assume you still have it here, because it would just be being re-upped. So, she will use haste this time on Seth.
So I still have my overdrive.
That, yeah, sure. And we're back to the top at Matt. Matt will... make a spell strike yet again. With a flank, that's a crit. For all of that, 9 damage, or 18 damage on the crit, 6 positive, 5 cascade. So 69. Oh wow, the hydraulic push did 69 damage, guys.
Alright.
Wow! That did a lot!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He has
Shadow.
14 health left. And that's all of his actions. However, well, actually, he would have 15 health left. 14 health left. But he actually has 34 because regen. Yeah, this thing, I will go ahead and tell you, is the thing that we have the regen unless you do good damage to it. So, Gavilan.
Yes.
It is your move.
Well, oh, he got bigger.
Yes, he used enlarge.
Well, that just makes him bigger to hit.
Ah.
With
A bigger target?
this thingamajig.
Okay. Okay. But, Gavilan, roll those dice. But I just have to say, no you.
What's this here?
You remember those things that the priest in, yeah, you need to make a fort save or you take half the damage you deal to me.
Let's do that fort save first.
Actually, you'd roll the damage first.
Let's roll that damage first. Ow.
And now you need to roll the fort save. Well, you failed the fort save, so you take half of that, which is... You're gonna do this first, because you actually do math for a living. 33 damage. 1 health. 1 health.
1 health.
1 health.
What 1 health?
He has 1 health.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to shoot him with 1 magic missile.
Okay. He's downed, but he's not dead, because he has regen. One of you needs to do good damage.
We
Heather,
have holy water. Throw it on him.
Heather has, I believe Heather has something. Does she have good damage? Oh, okay, she has Searing Light. Let's try and make that work.
I think I had a 1 action to heal. I should have just done that.
Yeah, it's dead. 'Cause, wonderful thing, good damage to fiends are undead, so that got rid of its regen. And you return to the site. Nobody else is there. You get back to the town. You find it abandoned.
The real town?
The real town. Whatever the
no.
ritual was went off successfully because of the little trial Nihil put you into.
Even the Lich?
Oh no, he's fine. But he's not here for some odd reason.
Ah. I think I want to take the other 2 music seats.
Well, nobody else is using anything in this town. But, yeah, so the town...
Hey, this is how we got the castle. Let's just claim a town.
Yeah, it's in the Underdark, though. It has no value. Strategically or anything. All it is a ghost town in the Underdark.
I mean, my castle was in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah, but it was a castle.
Isn't it also
was-
Nihil's, like, nightmare
It
realm
was
or
more
whatever?
of a Monster Bailey, really.
So Nihil, yeah, so you don't know what happened to the people here. There's no corpses. There's no corpses.
There never are any corpses. That's her thing. She turns them into shadow
You
people.
know, if Celion would here, I'd have a hypothesis to test, but I don't know if Alvis can pull that off.
Right?
Albus is not magic smart, but she
Just out
knows
of
her
character, I think they ate the people that they killed in this town.
Oh, no. Blade of Nihil. Remember that.
I think she's turning them into shadow people.
I don't know what Blade of Nihil means.
Oh, sorry. Nihil's Razor. Sorry. It's a spell that she has. Let me pull up her sheet here.
I think her Nihil's razor is pretty blunt, and she uses a deep suit.
No, that doesn't exist yet.
That's her spork, silly.
No, that's a spoon. The magical soup spoon of destiny.
How do you stab people with a spoon, Matt? Come on, think about this.
She doesn't use the spoon to stab people. She uses it to eat soup. We've
Then why
established
call
this.
it Nihil?
No, Nihil's
She-
razor. Nihil's
She
razor.
eats- She takes baked beans and she starts eating it. She just
Matt,
says
you
that it's
can't.
soup.
You can't.
She just
You're
doesn't want to
champ.
be. She just doesn't want to be that mean. That's like this guy over here eating beans.
All right. I just had to take some nasal spray. I feel a lot better.
Well, fight's already over, believe it or not, because I forgot one of them had good damage.
Oh.
Yeah, and that boss is continuing to disappoint me. Don't worry, he'll be back.
Isn't this like the 3rd time we fought him?
No, this is the 2nd time you fought him.
What happened to that first guy we fought?
He's
What
probably
first guy you fought?
The dead one?
With the demons.
Ooh,
way early on.
Oh, you mean the noble prick, because Will doesn't give him an actual name.
It's the one who got us wanted.
Yeah, the noble prick is his actual name. No joke. His stat block has him named the noble prick.
What happened to him?
He's alive. We didn't kill him because we thought that would make things worse.
Well, clearly it didn't.
Like, we would have had a much worse bounty if he was dead. Will didn't want to admit that, but killing a member of House Throne versus, not killing them.
How would they have found out?
Do you not remember the little creature tattled on us?
We should have killed the little creature too. But what was he
You
doing?
can't.
Is
You
he-
actually
is
can't
he-
kill the little creature. It's a devil, so it would have just gone
is
to
he-
hell.
Is he involved in this in any way?
The noble prick?
Yeah.
No, he worships Asmodeus.
Why were we fighting him? I don't remember.
Because he said, "Oh, you must be working with these vampires you killed. Well, you gotta die, or you gotta come in for questioning." And Matt's like, "Okay, I guess we'll do that," and was planning on making a fast one, you know.
Like the murder hobo he is.
No, he wasn't gonna kill the guy. He was just going to, you know, tell everyone to basically cheese it about midway back to the city. Because there's a lot of us, and there was only one of him. And we wouldn't have accepted cuffs. If that were the plan, we would have fought him regardless. But Jones is like, "Nah, I'm not even going to let you try and be smart and avoid this fight. I'm just going to attack the guy."
What? A GM railroading? No.
Will tends to do that a lot more than I do, because I, as you've seen today, don't always do that shit.
You turned a man into a lich to spite me, and then dealt with the repercussions for an hour.
I mean, yeah, I made a man a lich to further build upon the world and dealt with repercussions for about an hour.
Let that teach you not to try to do good things.
Oh my god.
But yes, what do you guys think of the mythic rules for Path to Destroy Nihil? Because that were them.
I have no idea what's going on.
I like being able to use Fantastical Killer every turn.
That's dumb. So, yes, mythic levels, you would have the ability to pick up a full spellcasting class as well. So, you would have the ability to take advantage of what's going on with that, because magic starts going haywire at the beginning of the campaign, and in the second half, there's not a limit to magic. But there is the downside of when you use magic, your AC is halved if you don't have the spell slot. And on top of that, there is a buff that you will get from certain NPCs you meet throughout the entirety of this timeline that will give you the ability to avoid that halving of AC if you're within reach of a weapon of theirs. One of the NPCs here, or somebody in this group, is one of those people.
Oh yeah, did we ever find out who that was? Does it matter?
No, you did not.
Does it still matter?
It'll be a surprise.
Oh, I wanted to know.
I mean, you know what? I'll let you roll a perception check. If you get above a 30, I'll give it to you because you would have seen something weird.
Sure, I have no downside to doing this.
You want to waste a hero point?
If it's that important, sure, I have no downside in doing this. You're gonna catch me anyway. I know what that means.
No, I was actually gonna have another character roll it.
Oh, you can do it. Keep going. Oh, that was close. I saw a 29.
You would only get one check, and you don't have that many hero points. And even if you did, you can only do it once.
I don't think I'm getting 30. Oh, there we go.
So Alexander would probably have this because
None of those went over 30.
yeah, I'm going to count yours as an aid for this check. You rolled a 20. Alexander has a 29. That's a 30 with aid. Yeah, so, there was
Would it
one
be-
attack that should have been a crit if things were working properly. And the people who were within 5 feet of each other were Seth and Matt. When that happened.
Was it Matt?
Huh. You don't know.
That with the way you said makes me think it was Matt.
Ah.
Wait, who's spamming as a thing in this chat?
We wanted
So,
to see 30.
so, I mean, you guys seem to have just completely forgotten something I told you hell, I even told, something I told you in Shadow of Corleone.
Well, I can't remember what hasn't happened yet.
Yep. But I'm not going to tell you anyways. So, everybody say bye. Bye.